Plus Video Sports sponsors.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Welcome to high school football here on Radio Plus Sports. It is week 2 of the high school football season here on Radio Plus. Today we have the St. Mary Springs Ledgers at Racine Horlick Field, historic Horlick Field, taking on the Racine St. Catherine's Angels. Good afternoon, everyone. On a Saturday afternoon in Racine, I'm Nick Detman, joined by Sam Reeder. We're excited to bring you this week 2 non-conference matchup between two very historic programs with a lot of success at historic Horlick Field. Opened in 1919, so 107 years old. They played NFL games here, professional women's baseball here, so very exciting to be part of this game here this afternoon. St. Mary Springs comes in 0-1, having lost to defending Division 6 state champions last week, Darlington, 35-0. We'll talk about that here on the Integrity Salt and Tool pregame show. And they will take on Racine St. Catherine's, coming off a 35-0 victory over Milwaukee Science Academy. And they're the 2024 Division 4 state champions. Pregame show is brought to you by Fondi Family Dental, Pino Construction, Michaels Corporation, Lenz Truck Tire Center, Bauer Chiropractic, Sargento Cheese, and Right Way Home Improvement. In a moment, we'll come back here. We'll set the table here for tonight's high school football game between the Ledgers of St. Mary Springs and the Angels of Racine St. Catherine's. You're watching High School Sports presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
If you're considering building a home, it's important to sit down and have a conversation with your realtor, your financial advisor, or your builder. Signature Homes has client appointments throughout the course of the week that specifically just discuss, is it right for you? Does it make sense? Is this the right timing? Can we be the right builder? Can we provide the right product? We really don't have a limitation to what we build or who we build for. It really comes down to what you need and if we're a fit. And we're certainly going to do everything we can to bring your signature home to life.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
For over 100 years, the name Cole is synonymous with quality fuels, lubricants, and propane. That's because Cole is the area's trusted source for farm, construction, and trucking companies, as they partner with these companies to help them achieve their unique goals. The team at Cole Oil and Propane is dedicated to serving you. They pride themselves on a customer-first approach and work hard to make sure you're satisfied. You can rely on Cole for prompt delivery, competitive prices, and quality service. Learn more at ColeOilAndPropane.com.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline Auto Paint, along with PPG Versalon Commercial Paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
For nearly 50 years, Pinot Buildings has created the highest quality post-frame buildings. Headquartered in Rosendale, Wisconsin, we proudly serve the Badger State and Illinois. We deliver unparalleled craftsmanship and quality with all the warmth and care you'd expect from a small-town family business. Whether you're planning a large commercial or agricultural project, a barn-dominium, or a smaller personal shop or structure, Pinot Buildings are built for you and designed to last. Connect with us to get started.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
You've dreamt of the kind of home you want to live in for years. Now is the time to turn that dream into a reality. Quest Interiors has you covered with flooring, cabinetry, and countertops all in one place. From kitchens and bathrooms to family and bedrooms, bring your vision to life with professional installation. Visit our showrooms in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. The design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Whatever it takes.
AirTech delivers whatever it takes service to take care of you. Bryant and AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac.
Back here on the Integrity Salt and Tool pregame show and Radio Plus Sports, high school football here on a Saturday afternoon in Racine at Horlick Field at St. Mary Springs, taking on Racine St. Catherine's. Joined here by Sam Reeder, who will provide us here with the construction piece of the game. And Sam, you got a chance to watch the game last week against Darlington. What were your kind of takes from that game? And then what do you feel is the keys to the game here today to try and even the record before conference play starts next week?
Well, for St. Mary's, I think the first thing they have to do is they need to win the trenches. This is obviously a very run-heavy offense. They did not do that very well against Darlington last week. Whether it was outside runs, inside runs, it wasn't working for St. Mary's, and it forced them to go to the pass. When they did go to the pass, Xander Lenz was 2 for 9 with only 28 yards. So it got to a little bit of desperation time. They were in 3rd and longs, 4th and longs near the end of the game. So if they can win the trenches up front, that'll be a big help for them. The second thing I have is don't get desperate. A lot of the times last week, they were throwing up passes to Jackson Sobel to try to get him the ball in those 3rd and long, 4th and longs. And it just didn't end up working out when you're in those super long 3rd downs and 4th downs. You're trying as much as you can to just get a first down. And in a non-very passing offense that St. Mary's has, it didn't work out very well. My third key to the game for St. Mary's is get Jack Sobel involved. Only 1 catch last week. And like I said before, Xander Lenz, only 28 yards through the air. He's a game changer. He's a playmaker. If you can get the ball in his hands a little bit more, I think they'll have a lot more success versus Racine today.
So that was your Pinot Construction's keys to the game are built by Pinot Construction. Turn your vision into reality. Fondy Family Dental, the Coach's Smile interview. I had a chance to talk to Coach Wilderman before the game. Really kind of repeated a lot of what you said, Sam, in terms of just being able to control the line of scrimmage and being able to run the ball. He really felt, even though it was a 35-0 game, the score was not indicative of really how the game was, surrendering a couple of turnovers that led to touchdowns, short fields as well. And he really felt, especially for a team, Darlington, that averaged 500 yards of offense per game last season, to hold them to less than 300 was a big step in momentum. So that's Springs, even though they lost, they still felt really good about kind of where they're at and what they can still achieve here this afternoon in another really good football team in Racine St. Catharines, just 2 years removed from a state title in 2024. The Michaels window of opportunity. This is an opportunity for St. Mary Springs to win the game. Start your new career at Michaels.us. Michaels, say yes to opportunity. Sam, if we look at this game here tonight, X factor. What's going to be the key for St. Mary Springs to win today's football game?
Well, I really think it's Jackson Sobel, and it's the passing game. They had so much trouble in the passing game last week that the only time they really went to the pass was in those super desperate situations. If you can get to the pass in the first down, second down, things like that, maybe catch Racine off guard a little bit, I think it could work a lot better. Jackson Sobel, like I mentioned, only one catch. He's a playmaker. He is the X factor for the St. Mary's team away from the run game. So I feel like if you can get him a little bit more involved and limit those turnovers, like you said, multiple turnovers last week, 2 fumbles, an interception, I think they should have a pretty good chance, honestly.
In Racine St. Cat's, obviously, have a really strong football team. Won a state title 2 years ago in Division 6, and now they're up to Division 5, but they're still one of the top teams in this state. And they've got a lot of playmakers, and Coach Wilderman talked to me about that before the game as well. The Giovanni Gonzalez steps in at quarterback for the Angels. He was 5 of 10 for 86 yards and a touchdown last week. He replaces Eddie Vincent, who threw for 2,000 yards, 38 touchdowns, and just 2 interceptions last year. And their top 2 receivers from a year ago combined for more than 100 catches and 1,400 yards and 28 touchdowns. One of those was Lamont Hamilton, who's now at the University of Minnesota. So you see, try to figure out from St. Cat's perspective of trying to, how do you replace that kind of offense? But you talk to Wilderman and this coaching staff, it's like the Racine St. Cat's still has a lot of talent on their offense, and it's going to be an interesting matchup with how strong Springs is defensively on average. No real injuries report here on the Bauer Chiropractic injury report. So got Payne C. Shane, Dr. Shane Bauer. Sargento Cheese, the starting lineups. Log on to careers.sargento.com for more information. Sargento, your passion, our culture. Tim, what are you kind of looking at matchup-wise here between these two teams? We're talking about the 2 quarterbacks, and who are maybe some of the key players that you believe will be X factors here? You mentioned Sobel, but who are some other ones that you think could play a factor in tonight's game or this afternoon's game?
I think Jack McGuire for Springs had a pretty good week last week. He did lead the Ledgers in rushing, only 27 yards, 2.2 yards per carry, but I feel like if they could get him more involved, I think that could be a really big key for them in their super run-heavy offense. And you also think about Giovanni Gonzalez, the quarterback for St. Catharines. Obviously, like you said, Eddie Vincent, Lamont Hamilton, CJ Vaughn, 3 big seniors that they lost last year. But they had a balanced attack last week. They had a lot of passing yards, a lot of rushing yards, able to put up a big win against Milwaukee Academy of Science. And I think if they can keep that balanced attack and kind of keep the Ledgers on edge, I think it'll help them out a lot. And then on defense for them, you just want to be able to stop the run. You want to get Xander Lenz into throwing downs. And I think that's one thing that St. Mary's wants to see Xander Lenz improve in, is just throwing the ball, especially after last week, 2 for 9, only 28 yards.
Yeah, and Coach Wilderman talked exactly about that. He felt like more of the passes were their desperation, where they want to be able to throw when they want to, not when they have to. And
exactly.
He talked a lot about that when I had a chance to talk to him before the game. Looking at some of the other scores, this is only one of 2 high school football games in the entire state of Wisconsin today. The other one, just out of the morbid curiosity, is Elkhart Lake Glen Beulah is at Green Bay New Lutheran. 5 games in the Flyweight Conference yesterday. Kewaskum defeated Campbellsport 35-0. That seems to be kind of a common score this first couple weeks of the season. Laconia beat Marquesan 6-0. Winneconne topped Omro 42-0. Lomira topped Milwaukee King 24-0. And then in another flyaway versus Metro Classic Conference showdown between Lake Country Lutheran and Mayville, saw the Lake Country Lightning defeat the defending Division 6 state champ, or Division 5, state champs, Mayville Cardinals 17-14. Coming up next, we'll We'll have high school football week 2 here at historic Horlick Field. We'll talk a little bit more about the history of this great facility here in Racine. That was our Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Coming up is our Right Way Home Improvement opening kickoff. Kick off your home project today and contact Right Way Home Improvement for your free estimate. Call 920-929-8999 or visit rightwaybuilt.com. Up next is the Lens Truck Center Play of the Week here on Radio Plus Sports, presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
Our Lens Truck Center Play of the Week this week comes from Lamira.
Kell once again in the shotgun. Schomburg to his right. Kell will take it himself. Gets past some tackles. Breaks through. He's got green grass all the way to the end zone. Keegan Kell, designed keeper, all the way to the house for 6.
In the Lions, 44-0 victory over Horicon Hughesford this past Friday night. Keegan Kell, senior quarterback for the Lions, completed 4 out of 5 passing, 71 yards and a touchdown. He also rushed 4 times for 54 yards and that 47-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I think it's been a great summer. I mean, we worked hard. We had a good first couple weeks of practice. I think everything's coming together good. I mean, the team's focused. We're ready to get better. We're ready to get just like more improved throughout the year. But I think going forward in week 1, I think we're more than ready for this.
Keegan Kell, senior quarterback for Lamira, has our Play of the Week this week from Radio Plus Video Sports and Lens Truck Center.
If you want a truck or an SUV, go to Lens till you like what you see. Hundreds of trucks all on one lot. If you want a truck, it's what we've got. Lens Truck. We got the trucks at Lens Truck.
The Sargento family feel, it's not just something we say, I think, in our team. It's something that we live by. It's really creating an environment where those folks that have been here for many years pass down knowledge and really gives us a great mentorship opportunity throughout the department. Definitely gives me a sense of pride to work here.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Your dream space starts with quartz countertops from Quest Interiors. Whether it's your kitchen, bathroom, mudroom, or even a closet island, we custom fabricate one-of-a-kind surfaces that elevate every room. And the best part? We install many in as little as 1 week, quickly turning your vision into reality. Visit our showrooms in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Back here at Radio Plus Sports here at historic Horlick Field in Racine, Wisconsin, just a couple of miles from the Lake Michigan shoreline here. Mentioned here, Horlick Field opened in 1919, has hosted NFL games with the Racine Legion back in 1922 to 1924, and then the Racine Tornadoes in 1926. Some cool facts here for you, Sam. The field and the land that was donated to create the athletic complex here was donated by William Horlick, the inventor of malted milk.
Wow.
And obviously the namesake of Horlick High School, which is not too far from where we're at. And if you've ever seen the movie A League of Their Own, the Racine Bells were kind of one of the features in that movie. They played professional baseball here at this stadium from 1943 to 1950. So a very rich tradition here in Racine is Horlick Field. It's neat to always kind of be at these historic fields like that and learn a little bit about the history, since we don't get a chance to come down here all that often. So very neat to be here and ready for week 2 of the high school football season. Glad you could join us here in high school sports, again brought to you by Bristol Morgan Bank. Sam, you're ready to rock and roll for week 2.
Here we go.
And we're a little late on the week 2, so St. Mary Springs will kick it off, and the ball will bounce at the 1-yard line. It is fielded there at the 2 by Javani Gonzalez. The quarterback slips down at the 10, and he falls down, and that's where he will be stopped just past the 10-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 12, 1st and 10 for the Angels on the opening possession of the game. Giovanni Gonzalez is a junior. He's the starting quarterback for the Angels. Only was 1 of 3 for 2 yards last season. Obviously, the quarterback last year was Eddie Vinson. More than 2,000 yards passing, 38 touchdowns, which was tied for second most in the state, and also ran for nearly 700 yards. So Gonzalez in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right-hand side. Low snap, handoff up the middle. Not much there for the Angels. Maybe a second push gets him out to the 14-yard line, so a short gain there for the Angels. And it'll be 2nd and down and 8. St. Mary Springs coming off of a 35-0 loss to the defending Division 6 state champion Darlington, who defeated an Illinois state champion last night. So you're talking about good football teams here for Springs on their early schedule, and we got an early stoppage here. Yep, so equipment issue there for the Ledgers, and 3 down linemen for the Springs in a 3-4 defense. Shotgun formation for the Angels. There's the snap, short drop back. Gonzalez flushes up the pocket, takes off. He gets past the 15, close to the 20-yard line, and he'll be brought down at the 19-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 5 for the Angels.
Yeah, this is something I'd like to see the Angels do a lot more early of, is just early passing in early downs, 1st and 2nd down. St. Mary's, even though they did lose by 5 scores last week, 35-0, they did a good job handling the run, as good as Darlington is at the run. So if you're able to get St. Mary's into passing situations, I think it'll bode well for St. Catherine's.
So officially 3rd and 5 from the 19-yard line. Gonzalez at quarterback. Next to him is Elijah Ballinger. Here's the handoff. Ballinger over the right side, across the 20-yard line. He's going to be a couple yards shy of the 1st down, across the 21, close to the 22-yard line. Let's see what St. Catherine's decides to do here on 4th and short.
If you're the Ledgers, too, you could not have asked for a better start here. A quick 3-and-out, get the ball back for your offense is what it's looking like, and try to go down and put up some points early after not getting any last week.
Yeah, and especially looking at the potential good field position as well as the Ledgers line up back about their own 41-yard line, awaiting the punt here from the Angels. Quest Interior scoreboard shows 0-0 early going here at Horlick Field. It's been here since 1919. There's the snap. Punt is a low line drive kick, bounces at the 44-yard line and fielded at the 35. Across the 40, that's Joey. And that was Joey Kuhn, one of the captains on this football team. Short return on the play, but it gets it out to the 44-yard line, and that is where Springs will start their first possession on offense. 0-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Xander Lenz, the starting quarterback for the Angels, trots out of the huddle, leads his troops to the offensive line, 2 of 9 for 28 yards. He was an all-conference quarterback in his first year as the starter. In motion is Sabel. Lenz keeps it, goes around the right side, gets a couple yards, close to the 50, brought down at the 48-yard line. Gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And another good sign for the Ledgers here, I think, that first play, you're getting more push, even more push than you did last week against Darlington. I mean, it only picked up 4 or 5 yards, but I think that's a good sign, getting initial push up front in the trenches.
And that was an area Zach Wilderman talked about in the pregame show, too, is he felt that Racine St. Cats was good up front, strong, and athletic up front. Definitely needed to control the trenches. 2nd and 6 at the 48 of the Ledgers. Split backfield. Kuhn goes in motion. Little movement up front. Lenz decides to keep it, and no, maybe a loss of a yard on the play.
And Nick, I think that would have been a perfect time to try to go for the pass there. I mentioned in the game earlier they want to try to get this pass game going and not have it be in desperate situations somewhat like the one they are now. 3rd and medium, they're probably going to end up passing here. You want to get that pass game going early so it doesn't seem so desperate and so out of reach later in the game.
Yeah, I think Lenz looked like he may have just been a little confused by the movement up front, and he just decided to keep it rather than run what the play was called. So 3rd and 7, Xander rolls out to his left. Going for Kuhn. Throw is nearly intercepted. It was underthrown, nearly picked off by the St. Catherine Angels by Jaden Phillips to break up the pass. So both teams going to go 3 and out on their first possessions. And we do have a flag down on the far sideline. Let's see what the penalty is. And it's going to be a personal foul, 15-yard face mask on the Angels, and that's going to be an automatic first down for St. Mary Springs. So they're going to get a nice break. They're going to keep the football, move first down, and they're going to move to inside the St. Catherine's Angels 40-yard line, officially at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Ledgers. Moving the chains or moving into your dream home. Addison Jones will get you there. It's now 1st and 10 at the Angels' 38-yard line. Split formation behind Lenz at quarterback, who's under center. Handoff is to the left side. That is to number 20, Jack McGuire. Finds a couple yards. Decent gain there on first down. Cuts the first down mark to about 5, so he gets to the 33-yard line. 2nd and 5 for the Ledgers.
Yeah, good first carry for Jack McGuire. They're able to pick up 5 and make it 2nd and medium. They need to get Jack McGuire and Sobel more involved here, especially early. I want to see some quick passes, not those rollout fades that we've seen on 3rd down, and we saw a lot of those last week.
Lenz under center, split backfield. Sobel in motion. Now the handoff is to... And that is to Benjamin Schufs, the ball carrier for the Ledgers. Not much there. Maybe a yard on the play, so it's going to now be 3rd down and about 4, maybe 4.5 for the Ledgers. Kuhn at the bottom for the Ledgers. Lenz under center. Kuhn goes in motion. Handoff, fake handoff. Zenz keeps it and goes across the 25. He'll get a first down and down at the 24-yard line. First down for the Springs Ledgers. For every first down in football, there's a first move in real estate. Call Addison Jones.
reception and the timing of that. Excellent work with the big handoff to spring the Angel defense. And he takes off around the left side of the line. Got plenty of room.
6:24 and rolling on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Left here in the first half, no score. 3-0 for the Angels on their first possession. This is the Ledgers' first chance, and they're inside the 25, threatening to get into the end zone for the first time in 2026. Kuhn goes in motion. Handoff up the middle is to Jack McGuire. Not much there, maybe a yard or two on the play. Gets out to the 22-yard line, so it is a gain of 2 from 2nd and 8 now for the Ledgers.
And again, like I mentioned previous, I think this would be a perfect passing down. It's 2nd and 8. Try to get a pass to Sobel, maybe a quick slant, something quick to catch St. Catherine's off guard instead of just trying to keep pounding the run. It's working a little bit so far, but as the game goes on, it'll get harder and harder for St. Mary's.
Yeah, and you definitely can see that St. Catherine's is fully expecting trying to stop the run. They have their back defenders within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, almost like 7 yards in. So you could definitely throw something over the top if the Ledgers decide to do that. Angels show pressure. Lenz decides to keep it. Gets around the right side, across the 20, and tripped up there. Gets to the 19-yard line. He's going to be about 5, maybe 4 yards shy of the first down. It's going to be another 3rd down here for the Ledgers. 1 for 2 already on this drive. One of the conversion was on a penalty for a face mask on the defense.
Yeah, good tackle on the contain, too, there by St. Catherine's. That's something that Darlington did very well last week, is containing those outside runs. And when they did come back inside, they were winning the battle of the trenches up front.
Yeah, Darlington's just been so good for so many years. They've won on 3 titles in the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
They're just such a strong program.
Mm-hmm.
Xander Lenz under center, sends Sobel in motion. Handoff is to Jack McGuire, leans forward, close to the 15. He's going to be short of the first down by about a yard or two. Interesting decision now for Zach Wilderman on what he decides to do here. Do we go for it to try the field goal, which would be, you'd be looking at about a 35, 34-yarder from here. Wind is picking up a little bit. Obviously, we're close to the lake, so that might have a factor, but it doesn't look like Zach Wilderman hesitated at all. He's going to go for it here on 4th and 2 from the 16-yard line. Brazen Gerholtz and Jack McGuire in the backfield. Kuhn goes in motion and movement on the left side. That's on the left tackle. Number 55, Matthew Miller, was senior, and that's going to back up the Ledgers 5 yards. And now the Ledgers, now they're going to call an offsides on the 4th down. So now that's 2 penalties by the Angels have directly led to a first down for St. Mary's Springs. If you're Springs here, Sam, you got to capitalize. You're giving the extra chances.
Yeah, 100%. You need to punch it in here, get your first points of the year. Send a message to St. Catherine's. Even though you've gotten 2 first downs from penalties, you want to go up early here, especially after how St. Mary's fared last week.
Angels showing pressure over the right side. Here they come. Handoff up the middle. That is to Gerholt. Gerholt trying to push the pile. Let's get a couple of extra yards on the extra effort. It's inside the 10-yard line, too. They're going to mark him at the 7. So that's about 5 yards. So 2nd and 5 at the 7. Still have room for a first down for the Ledgers. So we're at 3:30 left here in the first quarter on the Quest Interior scoreboard. No score.
Yeah, Brazen Gerholt, 6'1", 180, the junior. I'd love to see him get a couple more carries. I know that they're focusing on Xander Lenz with the run and Benjamin Schufs as well as Jack McGuire. But to see him get more involved, I think it would benefit the Ledgers for sure.
Lenz under center. Gerholt and McGuire in the backfield. Lenz, keeper on the left side. He's got a nice block by Joey Kuhn, and Lenz is going to trot into the end zone for a touchdown. That's an 8-yard touchdown run by Xander Lenz, and the St. Mary Springs Ledgers have the lead 6-0. And do I see a flag on the far side?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think there's a flag on the far sideline. And that will come back. It's going to be a holding penalty. I'm going to guess that the holding penalty was maybe on Joey Kuhn, but I thought that was a really good block on the edge.
Yeah, it looked like a really good block, and this was something the Ledgers did very well last week against Darlington. Not very many penalties, and if you start to have more penalties here for an already struggling offense, it's going to become even harder to score points.
So far, penalties are really killing both of these football teams. Angels with 2 penalties have led to first downs, 1 on 3rd down, 1 on 4th down on this drive. And now Springs just gets 6 points taken off the board from a holding penalty. So 2nd and long at the 16-yard line. Officially, it's a 2nd and 14. Lenz with the keeper. Around the right side, gets a couple yards. Popped hard there inside the 15. Down at the 14-yard line. Now going to be 3rd and long from the 14.
And this is the exact situation you want the Ledgers in if you're St. Catherine's. These long 3rd down, 4th down, force them to pass the ball, because they've shown, at least in last week against Darlington, they couldn't do it very well. But if they can do it well today, I think they could grab their first win of the season and actually have a productive offense away from the run game.
Yeah, something else to keep in mind too here, Sam, is the Ledgers. And now this is a 7-minute drive.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a lot of big bodies on that defensive line for Racine St. Catherine's. If you can keep grinding away, that could really be advantageous as we get to the later stage of this football game. Split backfield behind Lenz and Lenz will keep it, pass it to the right side. And pass ball's incomplete. And the field goal unit will trot on to the field for the Ledgers. So the Ledgers are going to give a field goal opportunity here. We're going to be looking about the 21. So we're looking at about a 31-yard field goal here for the Ledgers. Isaac Lair, Jr., 6'5", 240, is going to try for the field goal. High kick is up, and it is right down the middle, and St. Mary Springs turns their first possession of the game into their first points of the season. It's 3-0 on the 31-yard field goal by Isaac Lohr. High school sports presented by Bristol Morgan Bank. It's 3-0 the Ledgers on the Quest Interior scoreboard.
In Wisconsin, weekends are meant for making memories. From mornings at the lake to nights around the campfire to rides down the trails with family and friends. At Fond du Lac Credit Union, we're here to help you get there with recreational loans for boats, campers, ATVs, and more. And right now, take advantage of 0.5% off your qualified consumer loan rate and make this the season you finally say, let's do it. Fond du Lac Credit Union, financing your next adventure close to home.
Marco, the name our area trusts for all things related to your tax return. For over 60 years, our community has trusted the Marco Tax Service at 43 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac.
Lance Truck, we got the trucks at Lance Truck. If you want a truck or an SUV, go to Lance, you'll like what you see. Hundreds of trucks all on one lot. If you want a truck, it's what we got. Lance Truck, we got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Kick is away. It's a short kick fielded by Gonzalez at the 11. Stiff arm, not able to get away. I believe that's Jack McGuire. Great coverage by the special teams for St. Mary Springs. Very short return, only about 4 yards on that kickoff return for the Angels. And the Angels will go 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. 3-0 Springs on your Quest Interior scoreboard. Quick recap of the opening drive for the Springs Ledgers. Takes almost 10 minutes off the game clock, and it ends with a 31-yard field goal, and Springs leads it 3-0 on your Quest Interior scoreboard. Racine St. Catherine's now gets their second shot at the football on offense. Gonzalez in the shotgun formation, 3 receivers. Quick snap, passes out to the right-hand side, pass complete to Phillips. Tries to make one man miss. It's a whole corral of tacklers. Finally brought down at the 24-yard line. Gain of 8 yards on that pass and catch to Jaden Phillips, the senior wide receiver. 5'11", 165.
A good short throw there for St. Catherine's, too. Get Giovanni Gonzalez into a little bit of a rhythm against this Ledgers defense. Obviously going to try to stop the run. Very good at stopping the run. So if you can get the pass working here early on these 1st and 2nd downs, it could be beneficial.
Phillips, is the returning receiver for the Angels. Caught 12 passes, 214 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Just caught 1 pass for 3 yards last week. Blitz on the right-hand side. Ball caught loose. I think Springs might have gotten it back. Coming free on the edge was Brayson Gerholtz. And he got a free shot at Giovanni Gonzalez. Knocked the ball loose, but St. Catherine's able to pop on it, but definitely a missed assignment up front. Nearly a turnover by the Springs defense.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Brandon Larson, the junior offensive lineman, hopped on that one for St. Catherine's to prevent a turnover there.
Yeah, it was a big break for St. Catherine's. They say Gerholt came in unblocked on the left side of the defensive line and hit a free shot. Pass for Gonzalez. Looks, move to his left. Now he's facing pressure. Now he loses the ball again. And I think Springs got this one. That's a turnover. We're coming up with the turnover. Morgan Blankenheim for the Springs Ledgers gets the sack, the strip, and the fumble recovery, and it's 1st and 10 for the Ledgers at the St. Cat's 15-yard line.
This Ledgers defense looking spry, getting to the ball, getting turnovers early. They had a couple turnovers for Darlington last week, but already won here early. This is big, especially to get their struggling offense nearing the red zone already.
Again, in there was Brazen Gerholt, who forced the fumble on the previous play. He helped generate the pressure, and then finishing it off was Logan Blankenheim, the junior defensive lineman, And now the Ledgers sitting pretty in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line of the St. Catharines. Lenz off to the left side. He's a keeper. Tries to get around the edge. Gets a good pop. Making the tackle on the far side is a combination of Giovanni Gonzalez and John Christman. Maybe a yard on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Ledgers at the 14-yard line. 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter on the Quest Interior scoreboard.
Yeah, good job by Jaden Phillips there, keeping the contain on that outside run. I apologize, Nick.
Yeah, just going to say, but between the 1st and 2nd quarter here, we'll have the Lenz Truck Center Student Athlete of the Week, produced by Radio Plus Sports each week. So stand by for that. But 1st, 2nd, and 9 for the Ledgers. Under 25 seconds to go. Sable goes in motion to the right side of the offensive line. There's the snap. Handoff is to Gerholt, excuse me. About a 4-yard gain for Gerholtz and the Ledgers to the 10-yard line, and that will be the final play of the 1st quarter. A 31-yard field goal by the Ledgers is the counts for the only score in the 1st quarter. It's Springs 3, Racine St. Catharines nothing. High school sports presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
This week, we salute Eli Mikulkevich, junior quarterback for the Cardinals. He's our Lenz Truck Center Student Athlete of the Week.
They started their drive at their own 20-yard line. Play action for Eli, looking wide open, end zone, touchdown, Cardinals. And that's going to be Guardian Harris. The tight end for the Cardinals popped out. Play action. Hartford bit on that play action. He found him wide open in the end zone.
The junior quarterback for Fond du Lac accounted for 6 total touchdowns.
Back to game coverage here. High school video sports. Play action for Eli, dumping in end zone again for a Fond du Lac touchdown. And again, the Cardinals go to Guardian Harris. 2nd touchdown for him.
Me and Guardian, I think the entire summer we've been working on connection, and saw through 2 plays that I threw to him. The 2 touchdowns that I had were both pretty much the same exact play.
3 through the air and 3 on the ground.
Eli still on his feet, spinning to the end zone. Eli in for another touchdown.
He passed for 231 and ran for 147. Eli Mikulkevich, junior quarterback for the Fond du Lac Cardinals, our Student Athlete of the Week this week from Radio Plus Video Sports and Lenz Truck Center.
We said in the pregame speech that we were going to pilot on the entire game. We weren't going to let up. Our motto for the week was make them quit, and I think we did that today.
We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
To the 1st down. Maybe they're going to actually mark him down at the 7-yard line. I'm back here at historic Horlick Field, which used to host NFL games and professional women's baseball. Cloudy day down here in Racine, about upper 70s. Some potential threat for rain later this afternoon, but looks like we should be able to get this in without any issues. But it's going to be 4th and short for the Ledgers at the 7-yard line. This drive started at the 16 after a turnover and a fumble recovery. The 2nd 4th down try for the Ledgers. They got a conversion on their previous one by way of a penalty by the Angels defense. Gerholt and McGuire split back, and now we got a stoppage. And I think this might be a delay of game as the whistle comes from the back judge. And it is a delay of game penalty on the Ledgers. So really, Sam, crucial penalties by both teams here today. And they've either taken points off the board or extended drives.
And it's something that the Ledgers did so good last week. No penalties, really. I think they only had 1 penalty on the offensive side, and it really helped them with their offensive efforts last week. They need to continue and try to play a cleaner game, because if you pick up that 4th down there, you punch it in, you're up 2 scores, and you didn't even score a point last week. So this could have been a really good offensive start for the Ledgers. Instead, it could only be a 6-point lead in a 1-score game, keeping St. Catharines in this one.
I don't want to correct myself. That was actually Bentley Kutz, who was the field goal kicker in the previous drive. So now he lines up again. Now this is going to be a 29-yard field attempt for the Ledger. Snap down, barely gets it away. Plenty of leg, straight down the middle. Then Bentley Kutz has his 2nd field goal of the game. This one's from 29 yards. Ledgers extend the lead 6-0 on another field goal. They turn the turnover into 3 points. At 6-0 Ledgers on your Quest Interior scoreboard. We'll be back here in just a moment on Radio Plus Sports, High School Sports, presented by Bristol.
Walk right in. That's the laid-back feeling you have when you work with the Roush Insurance Agency in Fond du Lac. Their agents are dedicated to putting your mind at ease when you make your insurance decisions. They live, work, and play here, and will make sure that they are there at the time of need for their clients and families. Visit RoushINS.com for more information or walk right in. 770 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. The Roush Insurance Agency, your hometown insurance team for over 30 years.
Not every great career starts in a classroom. Some start with hard work, hands-on skill, and the drive to build something real. At Musa, we manufacture and install our own custom metal systems right here in Wisconsin. From the shop to the job site, we're building careers in the trades. Build your future with Musa. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com/careers. If it's metal, it's Musa.
Bentley Kutz kicks it off. It's a high end-over-end kick. It is fielded at the 1 by Jaden Phillips. Phillips crossed the 10, tries to shake off a defender. Great special teams kickoff coverage by the Ledgers. Boy, St. Catherine's has had nowhere to go on their kick returns. Great job by the kick return or kickoff unit for the Ledgers. And the St. Catherine's Angels are going to again start inside their own 20.
Yeah, just swarming to the ball for the Ledgers so far. It's really impressive to see and a very big step up from last week. But you almost have a bittersweet feeling here, only being up 6 points. You could be up 14, 2 scores, but just some penalties holding you back. The Ledgers can keep this going, keep that offense moving, and keep this defense in line. They might have a real shot here against St. Catherine's.
Yeah, they've already had one touchdown taken off the board because of a holding penalty, and they had a false delay of game on 4th and short. And they had to settle for a field goal. Here's the snap, handoff up the middle. That is to Ballinger. Not much there for the St. Cat's Angels. Gain of about a yard out to the 17-yard line. 2nd and 9 for the Angels. St. Catherine's still looking for their first down of the game. This is their 3rd possession of the game. They had a 3-and-out, then they had a turnover that led to the 2nd field goal. So far, a pair of field goals. Bentley Coots has accounted for the scoring for the Ledgers. 6-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard here in the 2nd quarter. Gonzalez in shotgun formation. Looks to make the pass. The pass is intercepted. And no, nearly intercepted at the 20-yard line. Gonzalez tried to fit that into a window, and Sabel was right there. Nearly had the interception. That could have been even bigger for the Springs Ledgers. Sets up 3rd down and long now for the Angels.
Ledgers doing everything right here, whether it's the pass rush, the pass coverage, winning in the trenches. It's all working so far here on defense for the Ledgers.
Just a team, and I mean, if you've watched the Springs for many years, they've built on power football on offense and terrific defense, and so far we're seeing a great result of that so far. It's 3rd and 9 for the St. Cat's Angels. So far, 0 for 2 on 3rd down. Pass by Gonzalez. Looks over the middle. It's complete over the middle. Close to the first down is DJ Pitt. That's going to be very close to the first down. Let's see where they mark it. And I think they are going to give them the first down. And it is a first down. Gain of 10 on that 3rd down play. And it is a first down for Racine St. Catherine's.
Yeah, and exactly what you needed there for the Angels. You needed a first down here, get that momentum rolling, try to snowball this into a good drive and at least get into field goal range.
Racine St. Catherine's received the opening kickoff, so the Ledgers would get the football to start the second half. So keep that in mind as we move down here in the 2nd quarter. Again, it was a gain of 10 yards to freshman DJ Pitt. Gonzalez with the left pass to the left side. Trying a one-handed catch, and almost a one-handed catch on defense was Sabel. Pass ball complete. 2nd and 10 for the Angels.
Good opportunity there for the Angels. Jaden Phillips wide open on the outcut there, right at the first down marker. Could have been another big first down pickup, but instead it'll be 2nd and long here for the Angels.
Yeah, remember, this is a little bit of an inexperienced quarterback. He just has the one start. Last week he was 5 of 10, 86 yards and a touchdown. Only threw 3 passes last year, only completed 1 of them. in the backup role last year for the Angels. We got a brief stoppage here. I think it's another equipment check here. And I think they're just making sure that the receiver on the far side is all set to go. Looks like everything checks out. So 2nd and 10 for the Angels at their own 27-yard line after just picking up their first down of the game. Play call comes in on the sideline. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Play clock winding down. Gonzalez fakes the pitch, turns it upfield. Not much there for him, and he is met there by a swarm of Letcher defenders. Maybe a gain of 2 yards, close to the 30-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and long now again for the Angels on this possession. They are so far 1 for 3 on 3rd down. Third and 7 now for the Angels at their own 29-yard line. Needed a 37 for the first down. Actually, Morgan Lee, 3rd and 8. Letchers bring the blitz. Gonzalez dropped the snap, has to go pick it up, and there is nothing there. And they had to pretty much abort that one. Letchers brought some pressure over the right-hand side, and that's going to be another punt for the Racine St. Catherine's Angels, and the Letchers look like they're going to get another chance with good field position here.
And like I mentioned previous, you couldn't have drawn up a better start for the Ledgers. Obviously, those penalties hurting a little bit, only ending up in 2 field goals. But defensively and on the special teams end, it's been everything you could ask for if you're one of the Ledgers coach or even the players.
Joey Kuhn and Tyler Kant stand at their own 34-yard line waiting the punt here by the Angels. There's the snap. Ball gets away. It's a high. It's a good kick. And Kant he bumps it. He's able to jump back on at the 34-yard line. That was dangerous right there, but thankfully for the Ledgers, they were able to retain the possession, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Ledgers at their own 34-yard line. Thanks to Sauer Family Dental for being part of our high school sports coverage this season on South Main Street. Come visit them and see how the Sauer family is making you smile generation after generation. Visit SauerDental.com today. 6-0 St. Mary Springs on the Quest Interior scoreboard. A pair of field goals by Coons. 1 from 31 and 1 from 29 has counted for the 2 scores here in this game. Xander Lenz under center for the Ledgers. Here's the snap. Handoff is to Gerholt over the right side. Decent gain there on 1st down. Out past the 40, close to the 41-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Ledgers.
And this could be a perfect opportunity for the Ledgers here. If you're able to run this clock a little bit, get back into field goal range, or even punch it in for a touchdown, and then get the ball at halftime, you really couldn't have drawn up a better start. And this could be perfect for the Ledgers if they're able to put up some points on the board here on this drive.
Yeah, I like against Darlington last week. Some Ledgers feel like they're a little more in control. They're playing their kind of football game here in the early going. They're playing tough defensively, and they're controlling the pace on offense. We got a stoppage on the far sideline. I believe this is going to be a timeout. And this is going to be a timeout taken by the St. Mary Springs Ledgers, their first of the game. 6:37 left here in the second quarter. Ledgers lead this one 6-0 on a pair of first half field goals. High School Sports on Radio Plus is presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
Just like a great team, National Exchange Bank and Trust knows that success is built on strong relationships and trust. Since 1933, the bank has been locally owned and focused on serving the needs of our community so that our friends and neighbors can live the life they want. Let National Exchange Bank and Trust be your financial teammate for life, because when it comes to your financial goals, we're here to help you stay ahead of the game. Visit nebat.com to learn more.
ways. Fire across the 40, across the 30. He may not be caught. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Jack McGuire. 58-yard scamper to the house, and Jack McGuire extends the lead for the Ledgers to 12-0.
Exactly what the Ledgers were missing last week. These big plays, big runs, and it's starting to work here early for the Ledgers, winning the battle up front, getting outside the contains. This time they go right up the middle and are able to punch it in. Now officially a 2-score lead for the Ledgers with 6:25 until halftime.
McGuire got deep into the secondary for for St. Catharines before he was hit. Thought he was wrapped up, but he broke away, and he was off to the house after that. Big touchdown, big play, and now Bentley Coots will try a much shorter kick this time around. This is it for the point after. Falls down, kick up, and it is good. A 58-yard touchdown run by Jack McGuire and the St. Mary Springs at historic Horlick Field in Racine, Wisconsin. Lead the Racine St. Catharines Angels 13-0. High school sports presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
World, wake me up to another good morning, time to go.
Celebrate summer adventures with savings on a new Ford from Holiday. Stack our low simplified price with 0% financing, $1,000 toward your down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days on Ford favorites.
We want our guests to feel important, heard, and appreciated. It's who we are.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Ford Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
For the Ledgers. Last week, St. Mary Springs had all they could handle with Darlington. This week, they are doing a number on the Angels early on.
Back here on High School Sports, presented by Bristol Morgan Bank. The kickoff goes into the end zone and will be a touchback for St. Catharines. They'll get 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 13-0 for the St. Mary Springs Ledger after a 58-yard touchdown run by Jack McGuire. And the Ledgers, Sam, are in control now.
Yeah, and if you're St. Catharines here, you just want to take it bit by bit and try to get as much as you can with every play. Down 13 here, not moving the ball very well on offense. Maybe try to mix it up, do some different things through the passing game, try some more outside runs, just different things that St. Mary's wouldn't expect because a lot of the stuff that you're trying right now isn't working. Only 1 first down for St. Catharines here so far.
It was hard to kind of tell what kind of team St. Catharines was going to have because they didn't do a whole lot offensively last week, less than 200 yards, but they got a touchdown off of special teams, a touchdown off of defense last week. There's the handoff to the right-hand side is to Ballinger. Ballinger down close to the 25-yard line, will be brought down at the 24, close to the 25, so close to a gain of 5 yards for the Angels on that first down play. You look at what St. Cat's did against Milwaukee Academy of Science. They won 35-0, but they got a defensive touchdown. They had a kickoff return for a touchdown. So I guess you kind of say they got the cycle of home runs in football. They had a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown, a defensive touchdown, and a special teams touchdown. There's the snap. Run off to the left side by Gonzalez. Able to break away. Cuts around the right side. Cross the 30 to the 30, 45. And he is out of bounds. And that's going to be a big game. Biggest play of the game for the Angels. Gain of 18 yards on that run there by Giovanni Gonzalez. And that's Racine St. Catharines' second first down of the game. Moving the chains or moving into your dream home. Addison Jones will get you there. Also, your family's home for family dentistry. It's Fogle Family Dentistry.
And if you're St. Catharines, this is exactly what I mentioned before. You want to try to snowball this momentum. Try to get your offense rolling here like that last first down, their only first down before that one. Just try to snowball it. Try to get that momentum going through the run game or the pass game. So far this drive, it's the run game.
It could be a crucial drive for the Angels, too, as we run close to 5.5 minutes left here in the half. Ledgers will get the ball, and there's a ball on the ground. And that is going to be, I think St. Mary Springs got the ball back. Well, let's wait for the official call. Looks like it was a miscommunication in the backfield, and the Angels did retain possession. Boy, they dodged another bullet there. Gonzalez looked like he was trying to make the handoff or the play, and it just maybe a miscommunication into the backfield, and put the ball on the turf. But for the Angels, they're able to escape. But it's going to be a loss of a couple yards. Now it's 2nd and 12. But really, for St. Catherine, just very sloppy for the Angels here in the first half.
It's 1 step forward, 2 steps back so far for this offense. They do one good thing, then end up just walking back what they did before in the next couple plays.
Pistol formation. Here comes a push, some pressure over the right-hand side. Gonzalez trying to get away from the defender. He's able to elude one defender, has to head for the sideline. Chased by number 55 for the Ledgers. That was Matt Miller. Couldn't bring him down in the backfield, and Gonzalez is able to get something out of that to set up a somewhat 3rd down and manageable. So it's at least 3rd and inside 2 sticks. So it's 3rd and 9 for the Angels at their own 43-yard line. They need the 48 of the Ledgers for the first down. They're 1 for 4 so far on 3rd down here in this afternoon.
And you can tell that Zach Wilderman emphasized the trenches this week, getting so much pressure on the pass and even on the run, winning those battles up front like they couldn't do last week.
Miller had a strong game last week with 10 tackles for the senior. 4 receivers, 2 on each side for Racine St. Catherine's. Let's see if Ledgers bring some pressure. Just 2 down linemen for the Ledgers. Pass is caught, played over the middle. Not past the 3rd-yard line. That pass is complete to number 3 for the Angels. That's Jaden Phillips. That's a first down for the Angels. And for the first time today, the Angels are on the Ledgers side of the 50-yard line at 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. First downs wins games, first moves win homes. Addison Jones helps with both.
Jaden Phillips officially listed as a running back on their roster as being a lot more action here in the passing game. And the passes that they do complete, it seems to be working out for St. Catherine's.
Yeah, already a couple catches for Phillips in this game. Caught 1 pass for 3 yards last week. Caught 12 for 214 and 5 scores last year. Here's the handoff. Ballinger bounces it outside. Now turns it upfield. Brought down at the 30. Ball's loose on the ground. And he was down by contact, the official says, on the far sideline. Boy, St. Catherine's is having all sorts of trouble holding on to the football.
And last week, St. Mary's and Darlington kind of had the same issues with the fumbles, and I wanted to attribute it to week 1 jitters, but week 2 here, you got to hold on to the football, especially down 2 scores, nearing closer to halftime. You know that St. Mary's gets it back, and you want to be able to hold on to this football and at least get 3 points, get something here to start rolling that momentum for your offense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't want to give Springs one more shot with the football before the end of the half. For St. Cats, they start with Brown Deer here next week to start their conference schedule next week. Gonzalez drops back to pass, faces pressure over the middle. It's caught by Jaden Phillips. Short gain on the play to the 24-yard line, about 5 yards on that play. And it's going to be, we're going to say it's a 3rd and about 2 yards. Angels are 2 of 5 on 3rd down here so far this afternoon. We're approaching 2:45 and counting here on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Ledgers lead at 13-0, but St. Catherine's is threatening. High snap brought in by Ballinger. Brought down in the backfield. Making a nice play in the backfield for the Ledgers. It's number 11, Nick Woodrow. Made 13 tackles to lead the team last week against Darlington. Drops him for a loss, and it's going to be 4th down for the St. Cat's Angels.
Yeah, much too long for a field goal here. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looks like it's about 4th and 4. They need to pick this up here. Nearing closer to halftime. We're about to be under 2 minutes. If you're St. Cat's, you have to pick up a first down here.
Ledgers do have 2 timeouts, so that will be a factor if they get the ball, make the stop and get the ball back here in the late going of the second half, or excuse me, the second quarter on your Quest Interior scoreboard. 3 receivers. Ledgers showing blitz. On the left side, bubbles pass out to the left side, and that should be incomplete. And it is going to fall incomplete, so the turnover on downs for the St. Cat's Angels gives the ball back to the Ledgers. With 1:44 left here in the first half, up 13-0. They have 2 timeouts to work with, and they do have a really strong kicker in Bentley Coots, who does have a strong leg. So keep that in mind. They might try the long field goal if they have to.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it already with him. He's got a lot of those short field goals. They're going through the uprights by, 10, 15 yards. Very strong leg, and we could see a long field goal here to put him up 16 before the half, which would just be back-breaking for St. Catherine's.
Yeah, I mean, I think Coots has his range is close to 50 yards. I mean, if you got in within that 40-yard range. That is well within his range for a field goal opportunity. Tight formation here for Lenz and the Ledgers. Split backfield. Handoff to the right side. It's to Schoops. Looks for a spot on the right side. Not much there. Just a yard gain on the play, and we got a whistle. And that's going to be a timeout. And that's going to be a Racine St. Catherine's timeout. We'll take it with them. 13-0 Ledgers on the Quest Interior scoreboard late here in the first half. High School Sports on Radio Plus is presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
Back at Racine Horlick Field, historic Horlick Field, out of the timeout by the Angels. It's 13-0 Ledgers on the Quest Interior scoreboard. 2nd and 9 for the Ledgers. There's the snap. Lenz keeps it. Tried to think about a pitch, and he's brought down in the backfield. Making the play in the backfield, number 55, Joseph Hutcherson. And it's going to be another timeout for Racine St. Catherine's, as they're hoping maybe they can create a stop and get the football back here in the late going of the second half. So a loss of 3, maybe 2 yards on the play for the St. Mary Springs. We'll keep it here on this timeout.
And you're thinking, I'm almost in the thought process that the Ledgers just wanted to take this down and take it to half with all the runs they're trying to do. St. Catherine's not allowing it. They might be able to get the ball back here and put some points up before halftime, knowing that the Ledgers get the ball at half. It's something that would be very, very beneficial for St. Catherine's.
This is always just the part you hate as a coach, where you're trying to either move the ball or trying to kill some clock here at the end of the half, but now you're in a really tough spot. It's 3rd and 2 sticks if you're the Ledgers. You don't want to pass it because of the risk of it falling incomplete, because then that stops the clock. But if you need to get 11 yards for a first down and force St. Catherine. So this is a tough spot if you're the Ledgers. You want to get the first down, or at the very least keep the clock running as much as you can and force St. Cat's to take their last timeout. So out of the timeout, it's 3rd and 11 for the Ledgers. They're 1 of 4 on 3rd down. Snap, handoff is up the middle. That is to Gerholt. Gerholt gets it across the 30, and that's another timeout for the Angels. So that's a gain of 4 yards, well short of the first down, but the Angels take their final timeout. 1:26 left here in the second quarter on the Quest Interior scoreboard. High School Sports presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory in Fond du Lac, a proud sponsor of local high school sports. Don and the team at Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory invite you to discover who has made Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the community. To find out more about Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematories, visit kirkyfuneralchapel.com.
Don Kirky and staff, Kirky Funeral Chapel.
Good luck to all area athletes from the entire staff at Kirky Funeral Chapel.
Back at historic Horlick Field in Racine, Wisconsin, just a few miles short of the Lake Michigan shoreline. Mentioned a couple times here, this field opened in 1919. It's hosted NFL games and professional women's baseball way back in the 20s, and women's baseball in the 40s and 50s. 4th down, Ledgers line up to punt. It's Bentley Coots lining up for the kick. He gets the snap, gets the ball away. It's a high kick, and it is going to bounce down, and it will roll, and that will be stopped at the 30-yard line. We've got a player down for the Ledgers behind the play, and he will come back up. And the ball is down at the 30-yard line, so no timeouts left for St. Catherine's. They got, let's try my math, 75 seconds to work with to try and get on the scoreboard.
And just like you mentioned before with the Ledgers, you're kind of in this will they, won't they bending period if you're St. Catherine's, because you obviously want to get some points before halftime, but you could also commit a turnover here, and then you give the Ledgers great field position and then the ball as well coming out of the second half.
Yeah, and we've seen throughout the game here so far that the Racine St. Cat's has had trouble holding on to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Nearly threw one interception. They put the ball on the turf a couple times. And we got a stoppage. The official stoppage here. We got one of the, looks like a trainer. Yeah, so they're letting the trainer from St. Catherine's trot across the sideline to check out one of the players for St. Mary Springs. Behind the play, going down on the play was Parker Franzen, and I think that's who they're going to attend to on the far sideline. There's snap, pitches out to Ballinger. That's to Phillips. Gets it across the 30, close to the 34-yard line. And they're going to have to go quick. No timeouts left for the Angels. We approach 60 seconds left. Gain of 4 yards on that play. Springs trying to get off the field. It's going to be a flag. Too many men on the field. Miller draws the pressure, and he can't bring down Gonzalez in the backfield, but Springs, I think they're going to get caught with too many players on the field. Yeah, the player, I think that was number 70. That was Michael Kebbel. Couldn't get off the field quick enough as they were going no huddle, and that is going to be an illegal substitution penalty on the Ledgers. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. That's their second charge penalty of the game. So both teams have 15 yards in penalties. So it's going to be. So now it's 2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line here for Racine St. Catherine's. Clock is stopped after the penalty. So Gonzalez making the call in the backfield. Ballinger next to him. Gonzalez rolling out to his right. Pump fakes. And it is intercepted on the near sideline. I think Gonzalez was trying to get the ball out of play, but not far enough. And making the interception is Zane Wilson. You talked about it, Sam. You don't want to create a turnover. Well, here you go. 39 seconds left for the Ledgers. They have 2 timeouts. They have a great shot to really extend the lead.
Yeah, exactly. 2 timeouts. They get the ball at halftime. They have a kicker who has a big leg. This could turn into a 16-0 game with the Ledgers getting the ball back after halftime, and it just seems like everything's starting to go wrong for St. Catherine's. We mentioned that little middle ground where you didn't know if you wanted to run the ball and end the half or try to go for another score. Now we can see that for St. Catherine's didn't turn out how they wanted it to.
Yeah, Gonzalez was just trying to throw the ball out of bounds, but just didn't throw it out far enough. And Ledgers coming away with their 3rd turnover, second of this half. As Lenz rolls out to his left, gets to the far side to Sabel. Sabel spun out of bounds, and he will get a first down. And more importantly, the clock will stop. 1st and 10 at the 40, gain of 12. So the St. Catherine's Angels have 3 turnovers. They have a false fumble. They have the interception. They also have turned it over on downs here in the first half. Just very uncharacteristic for the St. Cat's Angels here. Ledger's now looking at 1st and 10 at the 40. Still 2 timeouts, 32 seconds left on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Quick step, drop back, pass to the right side. Kuhn on the far side, knocked out of bounds. Gain of about 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Ledgers. They keep the ball moving. The last first down there is presented by Addison Jones. For every first down in football, there's a first move in real estate. Call Addison Jones. And so it's going to be a first down for the Angels. Kind of lost my place on the field, so it is a first down, and now we got a stoppage. Yeah, so there's confusion about where the ball and if it should be a first down. Okay. Yeah, because the ball was at the 40-yard line. Yeah, so it's going to be so we're right on that. So it's going to be 2nd and 2. It's early in the season. Changang's got to get their feet underneath them as well. So it is officially 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line. early in the season, you got to work out some of those early season bugs.
Yep.
Lenz pitch out to the left side. That is to McGuire. McGuire brought down at the 30-yard line. That should be enough for a first down. And that should be enough for the first down. And it's going to be a timeout for St. Mary Springs. It is enough for a first down, and it's a first down for the Ledgers. When it's all about it's about moving the chains or moving to a new place, Addison Jones is the call. Timeout for St. Mary Springs. We'll keep it here. It's 1st and 10 now at the 29-yard line for the Ledgers. 22 seconds left on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Ledgers lead 13-0. Some of the other flyweight conference scores from yesterday. Kewaskum defeated Campbellsport 35-0. Laconia knocked down Markesan 6-0. Winneconne defeated Omro 42-0. Mulmira 24-0 over Milwaukee Rufus King. And Lake Country Lutherans sneaked past Mayville 17-14. This is only one of 2 games in the entire state of Wisconsin today. The other one is Elkhart Lakeland Beulah at Green Bay New Lutheran. 1st and 10 at the 29. St. Cat's jamming the line of scrimmage. See if they bring a little extra pressure here. Roll out to the right-hand side is Lenz. Lenz looking for Sabel, just a little bit outside of the reach of Jackson Sabel. Pass falls incomplete. 2nd down, 17 seconds left here in the first half on the Quest Interior scoreboard.
Yeah, now if I'm Zach Wilderman here, you got 17 seconds left. You're nearing Coots' field goal range. I think you want to just go with one more run here, take a timeout, bring out Coots, and try to go up 16-0 going into half, where you get the ball back at halftime. I mean, couldn't have drawn up a better start here for the Ledgers in the first half.
You'll be looking at about a 46-yard field goal from here. The wind is somewhat at their back, almost kind of diagonal across the field from right to left as the Ledgers look at the goalpost, but it is somewhat behind them, so keep that in mind as well. Lenz, and we've got movement up front. And is that going to be an offsides or a false start? We'll check the flag. And it will be a false start on the Ledgers. 3rd penalty of the game now for 20 yards. That's a big penalty. That shifts the thinking a ton if you're St. Mary Springs.
Mm-hmm.
You only got one timeout left. If you're St. Mary Springs, you'd be looking close to a 50-yard field goal from right here if they don't move anywhere else. Lenz, short drop back. Unleashes it off to the right side. Defender falls down and picked up in on the left far side is Oliver Disabato. The defender fell down as he looked like he was going to have inside position on it. But instead, it is a first down for the Ledgers inside the 10-yard line. 11 seconds, and more importantly, the clock stops. You can get one shot at the end zone here if you're St. Mary Springs.
Yeah, things just going from bad to worse here for St. Catherine's. Now an opportunity to put it into the end zone for the Ledgers. And like you mentioned, 11 seconds, still one timeout here. You can take a shot or even try a run play to knock it in here.
See what St. Cat's does defensively. They're going to bring a little extra pressure. Fake handoff. Lenz rolls out to his left side. Pass is intercepted at the 1-yard line by Jaden Phillips. Picks it off at the 1-yard line. Xander Lenz tried to force that one in there and paid for it royally. And that will end the first half. You just see on the far sideline, Zach Wilderman's like, gosh, we had an opportunity to really bust this thing open. Instead, Jaden Phillips comes up with the interception for Racine St. Catherine's, and that's where we'll hold the first half score on the Quest Interior scoreboard. St. Mary Springs leads it through one half of play, 13-0 on against Racine St. Catherine's. Coming up, your Holiday Automotive halftime show. Can't read my own handwriting here. So, Holiday Halftime Automotive Show here at Racine St. Catherine's. 13-0 Springs High School Sports, presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
Taco Bell's new Lutz Value menu has so much Lutz, it's starting to go to people's heads. I'm the Lutzierge.
Which is the mini taco salad fork?
Here to help them cope. So when you try the mini taco salad, beefy potato loaded griller, or chips and nacho supreme dip, enjoy the Lutz. Just don't let it go to your head.
Yeah, bring the car around.
You know there's no valet.
Then who's getting the car?
Taco Bell's new Lutz Value menu. 10 extravagant indulgences, all $3 or less.
Just like a great team, National Exchange Bank and Trust knows that success is built on strong relationships and trust. Since 1933, the bank has been locally owned and focused on serving the needs of our community so that our friends and neighbors can live the life they want. Let National Exchange Bank and Trust be your financial teammate for life, because when it comes to your financial goals, we're here to help you stay ahead of the game. Visit nebat.com to learn more.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sadoff, blessed be the president of Marion University, right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you are beginning your college adventure or looking to transfer, Marion University could be the perfect fit for you. Our beautiful campus, our amazing faculty and staff, our Division III athletics, and our amazing mission are waiting for you. Come visit Marion University. Not only will you get a great education, but we will help you become the best for the world. Good luck and go Sabres!
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
At Burke, our mission is simple. We want to bring play that moves you to communities around the world. Our skilled team, from welders and CNC operators to illustrators and 3D designers, work together to create places where kids can explore, play, and dream. Want to be a part of something special? Visit burkecareers.com and apply today.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac. Making your move and storage of goods simple.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Back at the Holiday Automotive Halftime Show on Radio Plus Sports, where high school sports is presented by Bristol Morgan Bank. Halftime here at Racine Horlick Field. 13-0. Ledgers are in favor, but boy, you ask what if for both teams. Kind of sloppy play in the first half by both teams with turnovers, including a backbreaker of a turnover by the Ledgers, throwing an interception at the 1-yard line. Sam, looking at the first half here, just a lot of what-if questions here for both of these football teams.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you think about the penalties on offense for the Ledgers that prevented 2 touchdowns and it turned into 2 field goals. And then you also think about St. Catherine's and the turnovers that they've had. A big turnover for them at the end of the half, try to snowball that into some momentum. But besides that, it's been really rough here for St. Catherine's to start.
just get a quick recap here of how we got here so far in the first quarter. After a nearly 10-minute drive in the first quarter, Bentley Coots hits a 31-yard field goal for the Ledgers to give St. Mary Springs a 3-0 lead, and that's the way the first quarter ended. Then early in the second quarter, Coots followed that up with a 29-yard boot to make it 6-0. Then with 6:25 left in the second quarter, Jack McGuire breaks free and gets a 58-yard touchdown run, and the kick was good by Coots. 13-0 Springs at that point. And then Springs tried to get another touchdown there toward the end of the half. 11 seconds to go. And just an ill-advised pass, unfortunately, by Xander Lenz leads to an interception at the 1-yard line. And that is where we will stay for the first half on the Quest Tier scoreboard in high school sports and Bristol Morgan Bank. Holiday Automotive Halftime Show continues right after this on Radio Plus Sports. High School Sports Today is presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
For nearly 50 years, Pinot Buildings has created the highest quality post-frame buildings. Headquartered in Rosendale, Wisconsin, we proudly serve the Badger State and Illinois. We deliver unparalleled craftsmanship and quality with all the warmth and care you'd expect from a small-town family business. Whether you're planning a large commercial or agricultural project, a barn-dominium, or a smaller personal shop or structure, Pinot Buildings are built for you and designed to last. Connect with us to get started.
Play garage music.
Silica can make any home a smart home. Whole home wiring, speakers, and smart control make your home an oasis that anticipates your every need. Whether you're seeking comfort, entertainment, peace of mind, inspiration, or just a moment of tranquility. Existing or new construction, Silica has the skill to make any home a smart home. Silica for your home.
Gas prices, home expenses, education. Will those costs always go up? Probably. At Winnebago Lutheran Academy, we can help you with one of them. We are a part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program, a program which enables qualifying families to receive a quality Christian education at no cost. That's right, zero tuition if you qualify. To learn more, visit WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
AirTech delivers whatever it takes service to take care of you. Bryant and AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac.
Not every great career starts in a classroom. Some start with hard work, hands-on skill, and the drive to build something real. At Musa, we manufacture and install our own custom metal systems right here in Wisconsin. From the shop to the job site, we're building careers in the trades. Build your future with Musa. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com/careers. If it's metal, it's Musa.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 68 North Main Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. And Matt Helmer, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Honey, for dinner, do you want mac or cheese?
For your birthday party, you can have fun or games.
Are you ready to rock or roll?
We want both.
Don't settle for or. M3 is your yes and insurance partner. World-class expertise, yes, and individual attention. Don't settle for anything less than yes and.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
When you buy at Camera Casino, it's like having a little photo expert come with you.
Whether you're shooting sports, nature, or portraits, we'll make sure you have exactly what you need right in your bag.
When you learn from our staff of experts, our knowledge follows you wherever you go.
We'll make sure you have the gear and confidence while you're out shooting.
A little help can go a long way.
At
Camera Casino.
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning, time to go.
It's go time in the new GMC Sierra from Holiday. Stack our low simplified price with 2.9% 72-month financing plus $1,500 purchase allowance or other great offers now.
There's a culture of excellence here. When you walk in, it just feels right. I'm UFC fighter Dante Johnson, and I drive Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sadoff. Blessed be the president of Marion University right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you are beginning your college adventure or looking to transfer, Marion University could be the perfect fit for you. Our beautiful campus, our amazing faculty and staff, our Division III athletics, and our amazing mission are waiting for you. Come visit Marion University. Not only will you get a great education, but we will help you become the best for the world. Good luck and go Sabres!
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagle Petra today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
When chronic joint pain won't go away, many people believe that they have only two choices: live with it or have surgery. But that isn't always the whole story. At New Medical Center in Waupun, we believe patients deserve to understand every appropriate treatment option before making an important decision. That's why we've added advanced regenerative medicine to the comprehensive musculoskeletal care we've provided our community for more than 25 years. Whether you're dealing with arthritis, chronic knee pain, shoulder injuries, hip pain, or persistent neck and back problems, our team performs a thorough examination to determine the most appropriate treatment plan for your individual condition. Our goal is simple: to help you move better, reduce pain, and improve your quality of life. Before you decide your next step, call New Medical Center in Waupun and schedule a consultation. That's New Medical Center, 160 Gateway Drive, Waupun, Wisconsin, or call 920-324-9899.
Walk right in. That's the laid-back feeling you have when you work with the Roush Insurance Agency in Fond du Lac. Their agents are dedicated to putting your mind at ease when you make your insurance decisions. They live, work, and play here, and will make sure that they are there at the time of need for their clients and families. Visit RoushINS.com for more information or walk right in. 770 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. The Roush Insurance Agency, your hometown insurance team for over 30 years.
Pain has a way of making your world smaller. You stop taking walks, you pass on weekend trips, you let someone else mow the lawn, you watch your grandchildren play instead of joining them. Little by little, pain begins making decisions for you. At New Medical Center in Waupun, we believe pain shouldn't decide how you live your life. For over 25 years, we've helped people throughout our community stay active. Today, our regenerative medicine program offers advanced non-surgical treatment options for patients suffering from chronic joint and spine conditions. If you've been living with knee pain, shoulder pain, hip pain, or chronic back pain, it may be time to explore what's possible. Call New Medical Center today to schedule your consultation and find out whether regenerative medicine could be a part of your journey back to a more active life. That's New Medical Center, 160 Gateway Drive, Waupun, or call 920-324-9899.
Here at halftime, the rain has started to come in, and the radar doesn't look too bad. It's the cell behind it that may be a little problematic right now. It's hovering over Madison, so hopefully we get the second half in before that comes in here. It's something to keep an eye on. As now the football on the field might start getting a little wet here at Racine.
Yeah, and both teams already having trouble with holding on to the ball, and there's turnovers. The rain could add even more effect to that. And if it continues to pick up here, it started as a little bit of a light drizzle when we first got here, or really nothing when we first got here. Now it's a light drizzle. A little bit more could come on, and it could bring some more problems for both teams and both sides of the football.
Support what we do and support high school athletics here in Fond du Lac and as well as the region. Stand here at historic Horlick Field. Field opened in 1919. Land in the field was donated by William Horlick, the namesake of the high school, one of the high schools here in Racine, and the inventor of all sitting up. It's hosted NFL games, professional women's baseball, and just about everything else you can think of has happened here at Horlick Field. And is looking across from our vantage point here, across the press box. We're working on a Champions Plaza where we'll recognize a lot of alumni and just the rich history that this facility has in Racine. So really cool to be a part of this here, week 2 of the high school football season. St. Mary Springs. There's certainly some things you want to clean up out of that first half. I'm trying to think of the analogy or the phrase to use here, but we're up 13-0, and that's the important part. Now we have one more half of football before they start conference next week.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking advantage of St. Catherine's mistakes while also having some mistakes themselves. We saw the 2 penalties that prevented them from touchdowns that led to 2 separate field goals. But if they could clean up some of their mistakes while also continuing to take advantage of St. Catherine's mistakes, this could become a blowout. I mean, they're already up 13-0, about to get the ball first here in the second half. Offense is moving well. Running game is working. Passing game has been a little shaky, but better than last week. They're in a very good spot here to start the second half against St. Catherine's.
Second half kickoff is up in the air and it's good at the 14-yard line by Joey Booth. Now pass for 30, close to the 35-yard line. Brought down to the 33-yard line. Nearly 20 yards on that return, and that's where the Legends will start their first drive. On the second half, first and 10. Quite sincere scoreboard shows Legends 13,
Yeah, Nick, and if you're Zach Wilderman here, you want to start getting this run game even more involved than it was in the first half. You have a lead. You're getting the ball first here out of halftime. You want to try to waste away as much of this clock as possible, 4 to 5 yard runs, continue to pick up first downs with the run game, and try to take advantage of this game, take hold of this game, and don't let St. Catherine's have any room for a comeback. And it looks like it's going to be an unnecessary roughness penalty. Lenz got hit pretty hard on his way to the sideline. This might be 15 yards more for the Ledgers after that big run.
We have the official mic'd up, so that's pretty cool. And that's a personal foul. You heard it. 15-yard. Unsportsmanlike late hit out of bounds. So add 6 pounds there. 4 yards. That 15-yard gain by Xander Lenz. All of a sudden, the Ledgers are first and 10 at St. Cat's 40-yard line.
First and 10 Ledgers from the Angels 40.
That puts St. Cat's territory. Yeah, showing pressure up front. And up the right side. Good ball off the right hand side of the offensive line. Springs here across the line to the 34-yard line.
Gain of about 6 on that play. Second down.
About 6 to the 34-yard line. That first down was brought to by Addison Jones. First move. And Jones up the pole. Almond, Jack looking. Her whole having a good day. The player having a good day. Tell Jack to go down. Oh, my God. You're hurting the team. Up. Right side.
Girl to the carry.
Little push. Couple yards there.
Couple yards on the run.
2 yards. So sets up for the
Jalen
short
Hayes
goal.
was on the stop.
2. There was 1 on 5 on the third down of that first half.
Yeah, Nick, and if you're Zach Wilderman here, you got to be emphasizing no turnovers. You can't have a turnover here. Already nearing Coots' field goal range. You could continue to add this lead. Third and short, pick this up here, continue to run clock. They're in a good spot right now, are the Ledgers.
Wind is shifting a little bit, but the wind is still stiff. A little kind of more across the field now. But that can play a factor in the decision here. You'll be looking close to a 50-yarder if they don't gain another yard. Next up! Sorry. Back behind it. Trying to draw him offside. And great upfield penetration by St. Catherine's. Javon Vincent, the defensive lineman, breaks through and drops.
Loss of a yard. Fourth down.
Now it's
Ledgers.
fourth down at the 33. You are looking at a 50-yard. I think there's no question in fact what it's going to go for here. Maybe. The Ledgers go for it in this situation a number of times.
Yeah,
The wind is just really changing a lot of directions. Make a long kick like
Yeah.
this really good.
Too long for a field goal, too short for a punt. You have to go for it here on fourth down.
So it's the third fourth down attempt for the Ledgers. They converted 2 of them by the first down. Or excuse me, by penalty. Lands over the left-hand side. Xander Lenz, Jack McGuire pounces on the football, but regardless, it's a turnover on downs for the Ledgers. And first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Exactly what you needed here if you're St. Catherine's. You have a big play plus the unnecessary roughness penalty. It already puts them in your territory. Then you're able to stop them, hold them here, and make them turn it over on downs. Now St. Catherine's has to get this offense working. Whether it's through the run or the pass, you have to get some momentum here, start snowballing it, get into the Ledgers' territory, try to put some points up on the board.
Back-to-back plays defensively by John Wiltzer, Vincent, senior offensive and defensive lineman. Now Gonzalez makes the handoff, looking for the left side. He's returning upfield a little bit.
Gonzalez on the carry, 1 yard on the play.
Gotta get all arm in there. Hey, can I get a slot receiver in there? Racine St. Catherine and 7-7. Still Rodriguez. Loses his cap, so he has to come off the field for at least one play.
Second down, 9 to go. Angels.
Angel right. 0617. Get the hand on that. Second and 9 for the left. Or excuse me, for St. Catharines. At the 42-yard line, 8:15 counting left hand punch receiver scoreboard. Ledgers still lead at 13-0. St. Catharines on their first drive in the second half. So up to the left side. Nothing there. He's not looking for a drop. 20-yard loss.
Loss on the break.
Back to the 40-yard line. It's going to be third and long for the Cats Angels.
And the Ledger's doing the exact opposite of what happened last week. They're winning those battles up front in the trenches, not allowing the Angels to get any run plays going. And when they're forced to go to the pass, it's difficult for this offense. So they're doing everything correct here on the defensive side of the ball.
Really looking at this game and then having watched a little bit of the Darlington game last week. We talked about it a couple times. Defensively, how stout they felt last week, even though the score may not indicate it. And we're seeing them just kind of repeat that effort here against a really high quality football team. There's the snap. Here comes the blitz. Now Miller gets chase. The pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Ball to the turf. And that's going to be incomplete.
Fourth down,
And here
Angels.
comes the punt team forward. The St. Cat's Angels not able to do anything with the football after creating the turnover on down.
Yeah, and it's every time that the Angels drop back to pass, the Ledgers are getting pressure. It seems that almost every pass play they're getting pressure. They're in the backfield on the runs. They're doing everything up front correct, and it's working, obviously. 0 points here for St. Catharines, and if they don't change something quickly, this will be a shutout.
Spending an afternoon in the St. Cat's backfield this afternoon. On his snap, the low line drive punt, fielded on. It's going to be fielded, maybe, and it is on the far sideline by number 19. That's Drake Henry, or Heaney, excuse me. And he's brought down at the 24-yard line. The Ledgers will start there. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line. 7:42 left here in the third quarter on your Crust Interior scoreboard.
First and 10 ball on the Ledger's 24-yard line.
Local family dentistry for their support of high school athletics. Also a couple times where he's just been under so much pressure. Ledger's first and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Movement on the right side of the offensive line. Isaac Lower. And that is going to be his first penalty. That's the fourth penalty of the game for the Ledgers. Fourth for 25 yards. St. Cat's Angels had 2 penalties for 30 yards. Now first and 15 at their own 19-yard line. Need the 34 for a first down.
First down, 15 to go from the 19.
Snap, lands looking for a hole on the right side. Tries to push it on the turf. And St. Cat's comes away with the fumble recovery. I think the running back didn't think that was the wire on the far side. Turned upfield, get ready to block, and Lance is pitching it, but nobody's there. Yeah, it's easy turnover.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're already in the red zone on the Ledger side of the field. Lenz was rolling that way, looking for someone to pitch. He looked back. Nobody was there. This is exactly what St. Cat's needed. This is where you need to punch in the ball. Make it a one-score game. Make that score 7-13, and try to get something rolling here on offense.
Far and away the furthest that St. Cat's got into St. Mary Springs territory. They set up real nice and pretty. First and 10 at the 17 of the Ledgers inside the red zone. Gonzalez, high snap.
Phillips on the carry.
Gets to the 15, and that's
3 yards on the carry.
down. Now both teams have 3 turnovers, 1 interception each, 1 fumble loss each, and now a turnover on downs. Well,
and if you're saying
6 high, very costly mistakes. On top of it.
And if you're St. Catharines here, if you don't punch this in or get some kind of points up on the board, you're going to be kicking yourself for the rest of the game. This is a perfect opportunity. Set up on the 15. They have to get some kind of points here to start rolling in the right direction.
Build momentum and get back in the game. Gonzalez in the backfield. Phillips is to his right. Phillips Looking for a potential pass inside to keep it. Just across the 10-yard line, finally brought down.
Gonzalez on the carry, Woodrow on the tackle.
Wire, and looks like number 11, Nick Woodrow, among those making the tackle for the Ledgers. Woodrow led the team in tackles last week against Darlington with 13. Good game for the Ledgers, or excuse me, St. Catharines. Second down, this is a third and short inside the 10.
Yeah, good job by Gonzalez there to make it 3rd and short here. It's 3rd and manageable. You'll be able to pick up this first down, keep the drive rolling as you get inside the 10 and nearing the end zone.
Gonzalez now lines up 3rd and short. 2-6 for third down in the first half. Gonzalez gets it. Inside the 5.
Gonzalez on the keeper. Result of the play. First down, Angels.
Yeah, really good patience there by Gonzalez. It was almost a little Le'Veon Bell-esque, waiting for his blocks to develop and then finding and taking the correct hole. Now it's 1st and goal here. You have to punch it in if you're St. Catharines.
We have 4 chances to punch this thing in the end zone. Snap block on the left-hand side. There's the handoff. Gonzalez has a full space off the left side.
Gonzalez on the keeper.
On the board.
Yeah, and if you're the Ledgers, I bet this 13-0 lead felt a little bit bigger than it actually was. But now all of a sudden it's a 1-score game, and you have to get your offense back into a groove to where you're moving the ball with the run and then also mixing in the pass. This will be a big drive for the Ledgers and as well for the St. Catharines defense after they put up this PAT.
There's a lot of confusion here on the near sideline. The St. Cats trying to figure out what they're going to do. So they're going to
Since on a different unit, I'm going to assume this is the kicking unit for Racine St. Cats.
We've got 2 people listed as their kicker. Jack Gilman and John Christman are the kickers listed on the roster. Not sure which ones they have. It is going to be Christman. Wasting a lot of time here. Most of the time you may have to spend his time on those playoffs. You're going to be counting down the time. And we got movement on the left side of the line.
Penalty marker on the field.
The bill is Holder. See what the penalty here is on St. Cat.
Now, if the Ledgers got Racine St. Cats to jump,
it's going to be a false start. It's a 5-yard penalty on the point after attempt here. St. Cats was running out of time on the play clock. Or maybe it's just a couple of seconds left on the play clock.
Penalty pushes the Angels back 5 yards.
Now the ball sits at the 8-yard line for this PAT attempt.
And yeah, Nick, like I mentioned earlier, just 1 step forward, 2 step back for the St. Catharines team. It seems to be the overarching message today, either on offense and defense.
Christman is a 5'11", 165-pound sophomore. And Barrett snaps it through the Holder, and that's St. Cat's is going to pop on it, so St. Catharines not able to put another point on the board.
Failed by the Angels with 5 minutes and 43 seconds remaining.
3-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Gonzalez. Trims the lead for St. Mary's Springs is now 13-6 Springs. You're watching High School Sports presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondy Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at fondyfamilydental.com.
Just like a great team, National Exchange Bank and Trust knows that success is built on strong relationships and trust. Since 1933, the bank has been locally owned and focused on serving the needs of our community so that our friends and neighbors can live the life they want. Let National Exchange Bank and Trust be your financial teammate for life, because when it comes to your financial goals, we're here to help you stay ahead of the game. Visit nebat.com to learn more.
Back in Radio Plus, High School Sports presented by Bristol Morgan Bank. Low line drive kick for St. Mary's, or excuse me, for St. Catherine, is fielded at the 26-yard line.
Woodrow on the return.
Short return for Woodrow.
Pass of
Up to
Angels
the 34-yard
on the
line.
tackle.
And that's where the Ledgers will start 1st and 10 after the St. Catherine's touchdown. Giovanni Gonzalez with the 3-yard
First and
run.
10 for the Legends from their own
And the failed
34-yard
point after the
line.
set has made the score 13-6 on the Western Tier scoreboard. Ledgers with the lead. 5:37 going here in the third quarter.
While Lenz has been solid on the whole today, on the last drive, turns into 6 points.
So Lenz now will take the snap after the fumble on the previous possession.
Ball spotted on the far side of the field.
Take the snap, pitch up the left-hand side. There's a chance. Great pursuit on defense.
On the shot. Right over the field tackle.
Pitt Mongo's make the play in backfield, loss of 4. It's going to be 14 for the Ledgers.
Yeah, maybe starting to feel some momentum here for St. Catherine's. A tackle for loss, a touchdown, and a turnover all in the last couple minutes. This could be very beneficial to their comeback effort, now only trailing by 1 possession.
Well, yeah, I mean, it definitely the game for St. Cat's looks like they really just something themselves.
Mhm.
All of a sudden they find themselves in the ball.
Mhm.
They're down now to 1 score. Now they got Ledgers in 2nd and low.
14 for the Ledgers.
Lenz. Snap, hand off, not much there. St. Cat's on defense. Almost hit the players designed to be
On
on.
the slot.
Jack McGuire gets maybe hard on play. He's now on the 2-yard line. It's going to be 2nd. So
He lost it on the yard at that point. Third and long. Third and about 15.
Ledgers, this can be very big.
10-yard out. I'll take 10-yard out. We talked about defense pretty well. 10-yard out here. 10-yard out. St. Cat's able to get the turnover on the previous drive. Now, go. Hey, stop.
Not to press anything.
Ledgers will come out in punt formation. You see Bentley Cooks has a
Bentley Cooks comes back into punt formation.
Let's see how he does on the punt.
Jaden Phillips is standing at his own 33-yard line awaiting the punt. Punt gets away. It's a high kick. Phillips gets underneath it, fields it at the 28-yard line. Tries to shake off a defender. Good coverage on the punt return unit for St. Mary Springs. Phillips gets only a couple yards on the return, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the St. Cat's Angels at their own 33-yard line. 3:51 left on the Request Interior scoreboard. Springs 13-6, but the Angels now have their chance to tie the game on this possession.
Last drive, albeit with great field position. Now Racine St. Cat's with an opportunity to perhaps tie this game back up or even take the lead if they decide to go for two. 1st and 10 for the Angels from their own 33-yard line. 13-6. St. Mary Springs with the lead on Racine St. Cat's. 3:51 remaining in this third quarter.
St. Catherine's comes to the line with the football, chance to tie the game for the first time this afternoon. Giovanni Gonzalez in shotgun. Jaden Phillips is to his right. Here's the snap. Handoff is a fake. Now Gonzalez to the right-hand side. Gets short gain on the play out to the 34. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Angels.
And if you're the Ledgers coach here on defense, you want to have a staunch defensive effort here. You're letting St. Cat's get more and more momentum. If you can stop them here, get a 3-and-out, even a 4-and-out if they decide to go for it on 4th down, it would be very, very beneficial. I feel like everything's moving so fast for the Ledgers, just up 2 scores, and now all of a sudden it's a 7-point game.
You saw it on the last defensive possession for the Angels. They played with a lot more energy on that drive than they had pretty much all game. Now let's see if the offense can match it for St. Catherine's. Handoff is a fake handoff. Gonzalez reaches out past the 35, across to the 36-yard line. So a gain of 3 yards. It's going to be third and about 7. Angels are 3 of 7 so far on third down here tonight, or this afternoon.
Yeah, great job by the Ledgers here, being able to stop the run, getting them into a third and medium, third and long area. This is exactly where you want them. They've had trouble passing the ball, St. Catherine's has today, so this is exactly where you want them, especially with a lead here late in the third quarter.
3rd and 7 officially for the Angels. 3 receivers, 2 in the near side, 1 on the far side. Gonzalez in the backfield. Ready to take the snap. Phillips in motion, jet sweep, cuts it upfield, across the 35, and he is hammered at the 38-yard line. Paid for that one. Minimal gain on the play out to the 38. He's going to be well short of the first down. I think St. Cat's, I think they're going to have to punt here. You don't want to try and roll the dice here at this area of the field. So the punt, and indeed the punt team comes on for the Angels.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and it stings for this offense for sure, but you want to make the right decision here, punt. You don't want to give the Ledgers, put them in your territory right away. So you're going to take your loss here, punt, and hopefully your defense can do what they did on the last possession and get a quick stop and get your offense the ball back.
Drake Haney and Kuhn wait for the punt, standing at their own 30-yard line. Fair catch called for by Kuhn, and he fields it cleanly at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 Springs. That's where they'll start, at their own 33-yard line.
1 minute 36 remaining in the third quarter.
Hey, Springs 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line after just creating the stop on defense. Lenz gets ready under center. He's got the split backfield behind him. Here's the snap. Lenz handoff up the middle. It's Tyler Cant, the ball carrier, out close to the 40, down at the 38-yard line. 5-yard pickup on that play. 2nd and 5 for the Ledgers. 70 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ledgers still lead at 13-6 in the Quest Interior scoreboard, facing 2nd and 5. Lenz turns around, drop backs the pass. He's under heavy pressure and throws the ball away. And luckily, he got that ball away. And now we have a late flag. Would that? I think there was thought of maybe an intentional grounding, but they're looking at, if they're trying to figure out what Racine St. Catherine's wants to do here, if they want to take the penalty or not, and it's going to be illegal man downfield. So it's a 5-yard penalty. So the ball's going to go back to the 33-yard line. It's going to stay 2nd down for the Ledgers. So it's another penalty for the Ledgers. That's their 5th of the game for 30 yards. Snap, handoff up the middle to McGuire. Couple yard gain on that play out to the 37-yard line, so about 4 yards. So now it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 for the Ledgers. 1 of 6 are the Ledgers on 3rd down here this afternoon. We're at 35 seconds to go on the Quest Interior scoreboard in the third quarter.
Good chance this will be the last play of the third quarter. Lenz under center.
Lenz under center. Looks to his right-hand side. Gets some pressure. Now releases the pass. Incomplete. Looks like they were going to Joey Coons on the far. Jaden Phillips with the breakup on the far side, and trying to get Joey Coons on the fly pattern on the right side, on the far side. 9 seconds left, and that will be a 4th down, and the Ledgers will come back onto the field and punt it away.
Yeah, actually a really good throw there from Xander Lenz on the run. Was looking for Joey Kuhn, and he just couldn't reel it in. Great coverage there by St. Catherine's, number 3, Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, had the man coverage on the outside. Thought he'd take a shot at it and just came up short. Bentley Coots lines up for the punt. Coots gets the ball away. It's a line drive kick, but well kicked, but it's going to be playable at the 30-yard line. Quickly out to the 40, out past the 50, tripped up just as he crossed the 50-yard line. Woodrow on the tackle, and that was Jaden Phillips. Great return for the Angels, and that was the last play of the third quarter. Gain of 25 on the return. We move to the fourth quarter here at historic Horlick Field. St. Mary Springs 13, Racine St. Catherine's 6, but with the football. You're watching High School Sports, presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
Play is everything. It's development, expression, fun, socialization, community, inclusion, connection, adventure, and discovery. We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. Join our movement. Bring intergenerational, inclusive, and developmentally rich play to your community today. Visit bciburke.com and see how play can move you.
Fourth quarter at historic Horlick Field. St. Cat's get fired up on the near sideline. It's 1st and 10 at the 45 of St. Mary Springs, 13-6. Ledgers lead this one, but St. Cat's playing much stronger here in the second half. Gonzalez up the middle, a couple yards on the play. Looks like gain, let's give him 3 yards on that one. And we have a player down for St. Catherine's, number 77, Celino Rodriguez. And that will create the stoppage of play as they will attend to Alicino Rodriguez, a 5'11", 300-pound senior lineman. We'll take a quick break here on Radio Plus Sports. 13-6 Ledgers, 11:51 left here in the fourth quarter. You're watching High School Sports, presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondi Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at FondiFamilyDental.com.
Bob's Pizza now has its very own dine-in restaurant. Enjoy a family-friendly atmosphere with a cozy dining room, large game room, beautiful full bar, and even coffee next door from Just Love Coffee. With our expanded menu, your party will have no trouble satisfying the whole family. Delicious, legendary pizza for a legendary city. Bob's Pizza on the Avenue.
Back here at historic Horlick Field in Racine, Wisconsin. Just a couple miles from the Lake Michigan shoreline. After the injury timeout, looks like Celino Rodriguez maybe had a little bit of cramping. Common things to have at this point of the season when you got the heat and the humidity. So 2nd and 7 for St. Catherine's after the injury timeout. Okay, so there's the snap to Gonzalez, looking for the left-hand side. Looks for a spot. He's able to find one for a couple-yard gain out to the 39. Gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down and 4 for the Angels. 3 of 8 so far on 3rd down here today.
And this is a must pick up for the Angels, obviously. Your defense and your special teams, especially on that last punt return, has been giving you so much juice. Try to use that, form it into momentum. We saw them getting a little bit more hyped up on the sideline during our break heading into the 4th quarter, but they need to pick this up here, 3rd and about medium.
All right, to me, this seems like they have 2 downs to give 4 yards here.
Mm-hmm.
So Gonzalez in the pistol formation with Phillips behind him. There's the snap. Handoff is to Phillips over the left side. Across the 40, across the 35. Able to break a couple tackles. Popped out of bounds at the 21-yard line. And that's a big first down for St. Catherine's to convert and then the 3rd down. And they're just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10 for the St. Catherine's Angels, but the Angels are threatening inside the 25-yard line.
Great call there by the Angels. You head to your best player, the player who's been playing the best today. It's Jaden Phillips. Give him the ball, give him some space, and see what he can do. He'll pick up a first down for you, and now you're nearing the red zone here against the Ledgers. Still only trailing 7. Before, when they were down 13-0, it felt like a lot more than 13-0, but now all of a sudden you're on the verge of tying the game here at around the 22, 21-yard line.
Moving the chains or moving into your dream home, Addison Jones will get you there. 1st and 10 for St. Catherine's at the 23-yard line, just knocking on the door, trying to tie the game. Direct snap is to Phillips. Bounces it outside, cuts it upfield. Good cut upfield, close to the 10-yard line. Coming up limping is number 50 for St. Catherine's. That's Javon Linson, But a marker is down on the field. It's close to a first down yardage, but we'll check the flag. And this one's going to be coming back.
And again, Nick, it's been the mantra of this entire game for this Angels offense and even defense. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It continues to rear its ugly head here as it sends the Angels back a couple more yards, and now it's 1st and very long.
4th penalty of the game for the Angels, counting for 45 yards. Ledgers have 5 penalties for 30 yards. So 1st and 20, all the way back now at the 32-yard line. Need the 12 for a first down, but I have to think that the Angels have 4 plays to get those 20 yards.
Mm-hmm.
First down, though. Obviously, you can still run the football from here, but let's see if
Gonzalez tries to bounce it outside. He gets away from the backfield. Now makes a man miss. He's across the 20, the 15, 10. Popped out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Big play for Racine St. Catherine's. Gain of 24 yards, and it's now 1st and goal for the Angels at the 10-yard line.
Great job by Gonzalez there, too. It looked like the Ledgers had him dead to rights in the backfield, able to get away from multiple different defenders and pick up a big gain. Now that 1st and super long isn't much of a problem anymore. It's 1st and goal here around the 10-yard line.
From the 10-yard line.
St. Catherine's has found a different gear here in the second half, both offensively and defensively. Handle himself to Phillips to the right side, sets up his block, comes up across the 10, brought down close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark him down. Looks like at about the 6-yard line. So second and goal at maybe the 7, maybe the 6-yard line.
And while they got in the backfield on the last play, the Ledgers did, that initial push and initial strength on the line that we saw in the first half isn't really showing much here in the second half, and it's being very beneficial for the Angels, taking advantage of it with these long runs.
Second and goal for the St. Cat's Angels at the 6-yard line. Knocking on the door, trying to tie this football game up, a game that looked almost out of reach at certain points in this game. Gonzalez gets the snap over the left side. Well defended this time by the St. Mary Springs Ledger defense. They were right there waiting for him. No gain on the play. Now 3rd and goal for the Angels. So 3rd and goal now at the 6 for St. Mary Springs' defense. Got to come up with a stop if you're the Ledgers.
Mm-hmm.
Man coverage on the far side. Gonzalez gets the snap, can't handle it cleanly, but he is able to pick it up. There's nowhere to go on the left-hand side. It's a couple of yards. Thankfully, he got a favorable bounce, and he was able to get the bounce off the bad snap. But he's going to be short of the goal line. It's going to be now 4th and goal inside the 5.
This could decide the game here too, Nick, with how well the Ledgers have been running the football. We're under 9 minutes now. If they get the ball back here, backed up against their own end zone, they could waste a lot of clock and take this amazing opportunity right from the Angels' hands and just flip them on their heads. This could turn out very, very, very beneficial for the Ledgers if they end up getting a stop here.
Crowd's getting into it on both sides of the field. They know this is a big snap in this football game. Fourth and goal at the 4-yard line. The Ledgers try. And we got to stop. And this is going to be a timeout. Racine St. Catherine's. And they'll take a little extra time to think about what they want to do on this 4th down play. It's 4th and goal for the St. Cat's Angels, trying to tie it up here. 13-6 in the Quest Interior scoreboard, watching high school sports, presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
Okay, let's start with some clouds. Some mountains over there. And finally, a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tegla Petra today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
St. Mary Springs clings to a 13-6 lead with 8:55 to go here in the 4th quarter in Quest Interior scoreboard. Ledger defense faces 4th and goal, trying to keep St. Cat's out of the end zone. They might be the biggest snap of the football game. See what St. Cat's comes up with. They're still in the huddle here on the near side, and the official has blown the play back in. Boy, you're St. Catherine's. You do not want to take another flag or even a timeout here. They're late getting out of the huddle on the near sideline. So Wildcat formation. Jaden Phillips is going to get the football on the snap. He bounces outside, trying to run him down. And making a play in the backfield are the Ledgers. Joey Kuhn comes up with the play. He smelled the play out right from the start, and the Ledgers come up with a huge 4th and goal stop.
And like how it's been all game, Nick, whether it's in the middle, in the trenches, or outside on the contains, the Ledgers able to get there and stop these runs. They had a little bit of trouble on this drive, but able to come up when it really matters here on 4th down. Now the Ledgers are in a great spot, going to be able to run as much clock off as they really can here if they continue to get first downs.
Kuhn looks like he just shot out of a cannon. He was all over that play. Terrific play by Joey Kuhn, because I think that was a touchdown if Kuhn doesn't read that play.
No doubt.
1st and 10 inside the 10-yard line now for the Ledgers. Now they're going to try and get away from their own end zone. Short gain on the play for the Ledgers. It's Tyler Cant on the carry. Maybe a yard on the play is what they'll give him. So 2nd and 9 for the Ledgers. Boy, you're St. Mary Springs. You want to get a couple first downs to get out of your own end zone, but also kill clock.
Yeah, I mean, even if they can get one first down here and run 2 to 3 minutes off the clock, and then eventually put the Angels into a tough territory past the 50, where it'll be a long drive they'll have to tie this game. But right now, 2nd and long, they're going to have to focus on the run here and continue to win the battle up front.
Lenz with the snap, rolling out to his left. He's got pressure, throws, and complete on the far sideline to Joey Kuhn. Lenz took a shot in the end zone just as he threw it. Big passing catch out to the 26-yard line. That's a 19-yard gain. First down, Ledgers.
What a throw from Xander Lenz. Rolling out to his left, across his body, nearing the sideline. Just a beautiful pitch and catch from Lenz.
And he took a shot at the end of that play, too. Way to stay in there and take it.
First down ball on the 26.
Now St. Mary Springs is in control as they got it out now to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 are the Ledgers. For every first down in football, there's a first move in real estate. Call Addison Jones. Cats shows a little extra pressure over the left side. I believe that's McGuire. out to the 30-yard line, close to the 31. So 4.5 yards on that first down tote.
And now, Nick, after that big game, you can start to get more into what you wanted to do with this drive. Start wasting a little bit more clock. You're able to do a little bit more with your offense because you have that extra room. You're not backed up against your own end zone.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you said it exactly right, Sam. That's now they can control the offense. They are now in control, and that's where you want to be in the offense. If the football, 7.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, leading to a 13-6 lead on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Xander Lenz and the Springs offense taking their time. Lenz, snap, handoff to the right-hand side. Not much gear. Tripped up is Tyler Kantz. Maybe a couple yards, close to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and short, maybe about 3rd and 3, 2.5 maybe. For the Ledgers, they are 1 of 6 on 3rd down, trying to make it 2 of 7. Another big 3rd down play here for the Ledgers. Maybe the chance to knock off a little more clock if they can convert. Split receivers on each side of the formation. Lenz, handoff. Kantz on the carry. He's got a ton of space. Gets across the 40-yard line. Plenty enough for a first down. 8-yard gain for Tyler Kantz. That's another first down for the Ledgers. Just their second 3rd down conversion, but it's a big one. It's another first down here for the Ledgers. Moving the chains or moving into your dream home. Addison Jones gets you there.
I'm a little shocked by how much room Tyler Kant had there. You know that the Ledgers are going to go to the run there on 3rd and short, and the Angels just weren't prepared for it. It's a big first down pickup for the Ledgers. They continue to waste this clock as we're getting near to being under 6 minutes.
Not quite the time where you're thinking St. Cat's may want to use timeouts, but they did already spend 1 timeout, so those 2 will be very valuable in the back pocket. St. Cat's creeps up to the line, trying to stop the run. There's the handoff. It's to McGuire on the left side. Good hole on the right side. Out to the 45-yard line. 4-yard gain. Maybe close to the 46-yard line. So now I'm looking at 5 yards. And St. Mary Springs now is on the move after getting the ball inside their own 10-yard line. It's going to be officially 2nd and 6 at the 45. They need the 49 of St. Catherine's for a first down. We're under 5.5 to go on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Springs leads by a touchdown, trying to hold on to win number 1 in week 2. Springs will play at home next Friday against Laconia to open up Flyweight Conference play. Sobel in motion. McGuire with the carry. Turns it upfield. Couple yards there. 2, maybe 3 yards for Jack. Senior tailback, 5'9", 160 pounds. Also plays linebackers, one of the captains of this football team. Ball's out to the 48-yard line, so officially gain of 3 yards. Now 3rd and about 4. Springs is 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. Another big 3rd down on this play as we're under 4.5 to go on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Now the conversion could be monumental here for the Ledgers. And Springs is going to call a timeout. I think they were running low on the play clock. And there is timeout for St. Mary Springs. They're first of the half. They got 2 left here. 4:19 left on the Quest Interior scoreboard. St. Mary Springs 13, Racine St. Catherine 6. You're watching High School Sports presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
FBS Bank is here to help you achieve your dream of home ownership. For a limited time, we're offering home loans with just $595 closing costs plus title. Whether you're buying a new home or wanting to refinance, our experienced team is here to assist you. Visit our website at fbsbank.com or give us a call at 1-800-242-7880. Our friendly and experienced team will help guide you through the journey with FBS Bank. FBS Bank, banking made personal.
Come on, hit somebody!
Hey, not cheering in the press box.
Springs has been good on 3rd down in this contest when they held on to the football.
Back here, historic Horlick Field. It's 3rd and 4. Big third down here for the Ledgers. They try to wind this down and get a win. Angels creep up toward the line of scrimmage. There's the handoff to the right side. Cannot get away from it. He's going to be dropped for a couple-yard loss. Looks like ball came out. They're going to call forward progress had stopped. So the punt team comes on for St. Mary Springs as the Angels get a much-needed stop. But now the clock runs under 4 minutes to go. Only down a score, but in the 2 timeouts. Bentley Coots gets ready for the punt. If you're special teams here for St. Mary Springs, you want Coots to have one of his better kicks of the afternoon.
You don't want to get the ball in the hands of Jaden Phillips again. He's had such a great game. Already one great return. He could.
And Phillips returned a kickoff for a touchdown last week against the Milwaukee Academy of Science. So definitely dangerous back there. Kick over to the right-hand side. They do not want to take any chances with Phillips. The ball gets a good St. Mary Springs roll, and it will finally be downed, maybe. All right, now at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for St. Catherine's at their own 16. They got 84 yards and 3:16 to do it.
From the 16. 3 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the game.
Coming up after the game, we'll have the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. This is your Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Banking with Fond du Lac since 1934. Also coming up after the game, the BCI Burke play of the game, as well as the Marion University player of the game. Stand by for the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show at the conclusion of this one. 3:16 to go on the Quest Interior scoreboard. 13-6 Ledgers, but now they got to play defense here against the St. Cat's Angels. Gonzalez takes the handoff, makes a big, long throw. He's got Phillips, makes the connection. Phillips trying to stay on his feet, cross the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Jaden Phillips, 84-yard touchdown catch and throw from Giovanni Gonzalez. Man coverage on the outside, and the Angels took advantage of it. An 84-yard touchdown pass and catch. Point after attempt, or do they go for 2?
Unbelievable, Nick. A stalling offense all day, and then all of a sudden an 86-yard pass to who else? Jaden Phillips. Been the biggest player of the game for this Angels offense, and he continues to come up big here on that big catch. And a great throw by Giovanni Gonzalez.
And a great catch, too, by Phillips. Looks like St. Catherine's is going to line up for the 2-point conversion. On the positive note, if you're St. Mary's Springs, it was only one play. So if the St. Cat's gets the conversion, it's going to be a timeout. And it's going to be taken by Racine St. Catherine's. We'll take it with them. Big point after attempt coming up here for St. Catherine's. You're watching High School Sports, presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
My name is Dave Hopper, and I've been with Hoppers for 35 years. My parents worked here, I work here, my son works here, my wife works here, so it's family. But I also look at the employees that we have today, and we have 2 that have over 25 years of employment here with us. So they are family. When we hire somebody new, I don't look at them as just an employee. They're part of our family, and that's what we strive for.
We're looking at the point after attempt. Racine St. Catherine's is lining up for the 2-point conversion, down 13-12 with 3:02 left in the fourth quarter. He just scored on an 84-yard touchdown pass. Tie formation for the Angels. Gonzalez directing his troops. Looks out to the left-hand side. He's got a lot of room to run. And there's going to be a flag. Gonzalez into the end zone, but that's going to be coming back. That's a hold. Looks like that was a holding on the edge, and then I think this one's going to be coming back. But we'll officially check the penalty.
There was a lot of room for Gonzalez on the right side. Could it be as the result of a hold?
Mm.
Okay, it's 2 penalties on the Angels offense there. An illegal shift, which was declined, and then a 10-yard penalty. Now it's going to be a point after attempt from the 13-yard line. Let's see what St. Catherine's decide to do here. Still 3:02 left, 13-12 Springs over the Angels. Big play in this football game.
Yeah, it's looking like despite the penalty and getting pushed back, they're still going to go for 2 here at around the 13-yard line.
St. Catherine's taking a lot of time here after the penalty. They only do have 1 timeout, and you don't want to spend it right here. Gonzalez is in the shotgun, and now we got another whistle. And that is another timeout for Racine St. Catherine's. That is a costly timeout for St. Catherine's, especially if they can't convert on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Still 3:02 left here on the Quest and Tier scoreboard from historic Horlick Field, 13-12. Seeming like forever trying to get this point after attempt. You're watching High School Sports, presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
When you first hear that you're getting deployed, it's like, well, wow, I'm going to be gone for a really long time. Sargento really made the transition from going into the Army and then coming back from deployment really easy. I'm very grateful that I was able to do that while still having a job here at Sargento.
Lance truck, we got the trucks at Lance truck. If you want a truck or an SUV, go to Lance, you'll like what you see. Hundreds of trucks on one lot. If you want a truck, it's what we got. Lance truck, we got the trucks at Lance truck.
Gonzalez in shotgun formation, still trying to convert on the point after attempt. Now we got another whistle. And now it's a timeout for St. Mary's Springs. Eventually, maybe we'll get the point after attempted here. I think and now the Ledgers just have the 1 timeout. Still 13-12, still waiting the point after attempt after the touchdown. You're watching High School Sports presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory in Fond du Lac, a proud sponsor of local high school sports. Don and the team at Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory invite you to discover who has made Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the community. To find out more about Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematories, visit kirkyfuneralchapel.com.
Don Kirky and staff, Kirky Funeral Chapel.
Good luck to all area athletes from the entire staff at Kirky Funeral Chapel.
Back here at our historic Horlick Field in Racine. Feels like we've been trying to get the point after attempt now for 3 weeks. So it is at the 13-yard line. Yeah, St. Cat's got the 2-point conversion, but it was called back on a holding penalty, and since then a pair of traded timeouts as the teams try to figure out who's doing what, and recognizing the gravity of the situation here in terms of this football game. It's a 1-point lead for Springs, but 13 yards separate the Angels from the 2-point conversion. There's the snap. Gonzalez looking to his left, flushed out of the pocket. He's looking for somewhere to go with it. Pursued. He's still trying to get away with it. Throws it up in the air. Ball's knocked away, and it falls incomplete. Springs makes the defensive play on the 2-point attempt, and they're going to hold on to the 13-12 lead. Now with no timeouts left here for Racine St. Catherine's. What are they going to do? We're going to take a quick timeout. 3:02 left on the Quest Tier scoreboard. It's Ledgers 13, Angels 12. Watching High School Sports presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline Auto Paint, along with PPG Versalon commercial paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Back here at Horlick Field, after the unsuccessful two-point attempt by the Angels, Racine St. Catherine's, all likelihood it's going to do the onside kick now with no timeouts left, and St. Mary Springs is definitely anticipating that as well. So Jack Allman, the junior, 6'2", 165. He will do the onside kick. You have the hands team out for St. Mary Springs. 3:02 left here in the fourth quarter. Ledgers lead by a single point. Here's the run-up. The kick is a line drive kick all the way to the other side. Fielded by Kuhn at the 13-yard line. Kuhn smartly goes down at the 19-yard line. Not try to create anything, just protect the football. That's where the Ledgers will start. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. No timeouts left for the Angels. So you're St. Mary Springs, Sam. You just milk this clock all the way to the end as best you can.
Especially with the Angels having no timeouts. You're now under 3 minutes. You have a lot of field to play with starting here at your own 19-yard line. Plenty of different things you could do here. They've already been running the ball very efficiently in this game. See if they continue to do that and drip that clock down all the way to 0 and hold on here with a 1-point win.
Coming up after the game here is the Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show where we'll review the BCI Burke play of the game as well as the Marion University player of the game. 1st and 10 for the Ledgers at their own 19. McGuire over the left side and cuts it back upfield across the 25-yard line. And Rodriguez makes the tackle for St. Catherine's. Very good first down run there by St. Mary Springs, and it's out to the 27-yard line, so a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 for the Ledgers, approaching 2.5 minutes to go on the Quest Interior scoreboard.
Exactly what you wanted here out of the first play if you're the Ledgers, but if you're the Angels, you have to be going all in on the run here. They're obviously not going to pass the ball. You have to have your guys ready for the run, win the battle up front in the trenches, and be able to stop this and try to get the ball back here, only trailing by a point.
And just kind of think back, too. Remember, Sam, when they had that touchdown run in the third quarter, the snap went through the holder's hand.
Mm-hmm.
There's 1 point lost right there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Now they didn't miss the 2-point conversion, so that's 3 points that St. Cat's has given up today. You could say the same at Springs has given away points, too, today. Lands at 2nd and 2. Sabo goes in motion, pitches out to the left side. Gerholt is the carry, carries it upfield. Got plenty of yardage for a first down and then some. Out near to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a first down for Gerholt. Gain about 10 yards on that play. It's now 1st and 10 for the Ledgers at the 39-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go. The Angels cannot stop the clock.
Brazen Gerholt, very strong run there. We didn't see him a lot last week when they played Darlington, but in this one he's been able to pick up some very important first downs as well as being in that group of running backs for the Ledgers. That's worked very well today. The run game, very efficient. It's what they want to do, and they've been able to do it well this game because they've won the game up front in the trenches like they didn't last week.
First downs win games. First moves win home games. Addison Jones helps with both. And we got a timeout. It's going to be on. It's got to be for St. Mary Springs. That's the only team that has a timeout left. And it is going to be St. Mary Springs' last timeout here in the second half. 1:22 left here on the Quest Interior scoreboard from historic Horlick Field in Racine. Ledgers trying to put the final touches, hopefully, on a 13-12 win if they can hold on. You're watching High School Sports presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
If you're considering building a home, it's important to sit down and have a conversation with your realtor, your financial advisor, or your builder. Signature Homes has client appointments throughout the course of the week that specifically just discuss, is it right for you? Does it make sense? Is this the right timing? Can we be the right builder? Can we provide the right product? We really don't have a limitation to what we build or who we build for. It really comes down to what you need and if we're a fit. And we're certainly going to do everything we can to bring your signature home to life.
Back at historic Horlick Field. 82 seconds left in this one. Ledgers with the football just got a first down. They just need to run a couple plays. It actually looks like they're just going to go right into victory formation since the Angels do not have any more timeouts. So Ledgers look like they're going to be on their way to their first win of the season to move to 1-1 and snap. And their Lenz takes the first knee. You'll probably have to do one, maybe two more kneel downs before we can make this one official. Sam, this one got close for St. Mary's Springs here in the second half, but they're going to hold on and pick up win number 1 as they get ready for conference play next week.
Yeah, and this is the St. Mary's team that you expected to see last week. Obviously facing a very tough opponent, made it harder for them to move the football and even stop the football on defense. But this is exactly what you expect to see out of St. Mary's. A great run game, staunch defense, winning up front. Very impressive effort against a team who blew out Milwaukee Academy of Science last week 35-0.
Lands with the snap, takes the knee. He will probably have to do one more kneel down. And yeah, maybe one more kneel down, or is that might have been it? It looks like the Ledgers are going to head over to the sideline. The post-game pleasantries are beginning, and the Ledgers are going to begin to celebrate. Yep, and now the officials are telling the teams to move over to the sideline. Now there's a little confusion. So now, and they're running down now in 2-1, and now we could call it official. A little scare in the second half for St. Mary's Springs, but they're able to hold on and pick up the win here on the road in non-conference play before starting flyway play next week. Final score from Racine Horlick Field, historic Horlick Field. It's the Ledgers 13, the St. Cat's Angels 12. Holiday Automotive postgame show follows right after these messages from our local sponsors. High school sports presented by Bristol Morgan Bank.
Taco Bell's new Lutz Value menu has so much Lutz, it's starting to go to people's heads. I'm the Lutzierge.
Which is the mini taco salad fork?
Here to help them cope. So when you try the mini taco salad, beefy potato loaded griller, or chips and nacho supreme dip, enjoy the Lutz. Just don't let it go to your head.
Yeah, bring the car around.
You know there's no valet.
Then who's getting the car?
Taco Bell's new Lutz Value menu. 10 extravagant indulgences, all $3 or less.
Got pain? See Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer at Bauer Chiropractic. Dr. Bauer can help relieve pain in arthritic knees, reduce or relieve pain from degenerative and herniated lumbar discs in your back. Dr. Bauer's laser treatment relieves pain and inflammation. Works like cortisone without the side effects. Dr. Bauer also offers custom orthotics for proper back posture. Since 1998, this area has trusted the team at Bauer Chiropractic. So if you've got pain, see Shane at Bauer Chiropractic.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sadoff. Blessed be the president of Marian University right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you are beginning your college adventure or looking to transfer, Marian University could be the perfect fit for you. Our beautiful campus, our amazing faculty and staff, our Division III athletics, and our amazing mission are waiting for you. Come visit Marian University. Not only will you get a great education, but we will help you become the best for the world. Good luck and go Sabres!
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefit and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 68 North Main Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. And Matt Helmer, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Here we go.
It's the dawn of a new day for Dr. Kathy Doyle Kelly and Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry.
I'm Dr. Dylan Fogel, and I'm now the new owner of Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry. I'm truly honored to carry forward the tradition of personalized care you've come to know and trust. You'll still see Dr. Kathy and all the familiar faces who make this office feel like home. At Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry, we promise to do everything we can to keep you smiling before, after, and even during your appointment.
Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry will be changing its name to Fogel Family Dentistry in 2026. Find Dr. Dylan Fogel on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac.
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning, time to go.
It's go time in the new GMC Sierra from Holiday. Stack our low simplified price with 2.9% 72-month financing plus $1,500 purchase allowance or other great offers now.
There's a culture of excellence here. When you walk in, it just feels right. I'm UFC fighter Dante Johnson, and I drive Holiday.
Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Bob's Pizza now has its very own dine-in restaurant. Enjoy a family-friendly atmosphere with a cozy dining room, large game room, beautiful full bar, and even coffee next door from Just Love Coffee. With our expanded menu, your party will have no trouble satisfying the whole family. Delicious, legendary pizza for a legendary city. Bob's Pizza on the Avenue.
Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show brought to you by Fox Valley Savings Bank. Fox Valley Savings Bank with Fond du Lac roots since 1934. Good news here out of Horlick, historic Horlick Field. St. Mary Springs gets on the winning side of the record with a 13-12 win over Racine St. Catharines, bouncing back from last week's 35-0 loss to Darlington. We'll take a quick look at how the scoring summary. St. Mary Springs got on the board first with a nearly 9-minute drive in the first quarter. Bentley Coots' 31-yard field goal gave the Springs Ledgers a 3-0 lead, and that's the way the first quarter ended. Coots added his second field goal of the game as the Ledgers capitalized on a turnover deep in the St. Cat's turnover in their own territory. Coots with a 29-yard field goal on 11:03 left in the first half or second quarter gave the Ledgers a 6-0 lead, and Jack McGuire broke loose for a 58-yard touchdown run with 6:25 left in the second quarter, give the Ledgers a 13-0 lead. Could have been much worse for the St. Cat's Angels, but Xander Lenz, threw an interception at the 1-yard line just as time expired at the end of the first half, and that's the way the first half ended, was 13-0. St. Catharines got on the board with a 3-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Gonzalez. 5:43 left in the third quarter, made it 13-6. That was key because the extra point field goal attempt, the snap went through the holder's hands. That wound up being a huge point in this game. Ended 13-6 after the third quarter. Gonzalez connected with Jaden Phillips for an 84-yard touchdown pass with 3:02 left in the fourth quarter. But a long point after attempt. The Angels tried for two and came up short on a brilliant play by Joey Kuhn that preserved maybe what may have preserved the win here this afternoon for the St. Mary Springs Ledgers. BCI Burke play of the game. It's play that moves you at BCI Burke. Log on to burkecareers.com to apply today. Each play chosen qualifies for our Lens Truck Center play of the week that we will release early next week. Sam, BCI Burke play of the game.
It's got to be the Jack McGuire 58-yard touchdown run. That put them up 13-0. It was a big play for them. Was able to give them a little bit of breathing room, and it just goes back to their entire offensive philosophy, wanting to try to run the ball and win up front. They did a great job of that today. Multiple different runners of the ball. You had Joey Kuhn. Benjamin Schufs had a couple of carries. Jack McGuire, obviously. Brayson Gerholt got his first couple of carries of the season. It was really just an impressive effort from St. Mary's, just doing exactly what they wanted to do. And Jack McGuire with that 58-yard touchdown run is the exclamation point to their entire offense, and a very big play, and obviously our play of the game today.
Marian University is presents our player of the game, and our Marian University player of the game goes to
Joey Kuhn. It'll be Joey Kuhn. Multiple tackles on the defensive end. Ended up stopping the Angels on 4th and goal, prevented a touchdown. Had a hand in that 2-point conversion that kept the lead for Springs, a lot of different plays, got multiple carries on offense. Just had an overall great game, both on the offense and defensive side. Without Kuhn, this would have been a different game.
Joey Kuhn from St. Mary Springs is our player of the game this afternoon from Marian University. Each player chosen qualifies for our Lens Truck Center Student Athlete of the Week that we will award early next week. Conference play starts next week, even before Labor Day. It just feels weird to kind of say that. So St. Mary Springs will host Laconia, who beat Marquesan last night 6-0. That will start flyweight conference play. As for Racine St. Catharines, they'll start Metro Conference play next week against Brown Deer. For Sam, Colby, and the whole crew out here at historic Horlick Field, it's St. Mary Springs 13, Racine St. Catharines 12. I'm Nick Denton. Thanks so much for watching here at Radio Plus Sports. Watching high school sports presented by Bristol Morgan Bank. Have a good weekend, everyone.
Gas prices, home expenses, education. Will those costs always go up? Probably. At Winnebago Lutheran Academy, we can help you with one of them. We are a part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program, a program which enables qualifying families to receive a quality Christian education at no cost. That's right, zero tuition if you qualify. To learn more, visit WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
Thanks to our Radio Plus video sports sponsors.